Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear Presents the Esports Club Challenger Series, powered by ZOTAC. We've had an eventful day yesterday. We finally got to see the neon, which you weren't there to behold, CCV, and I wish you were.
Mhm.
Maybe you might be in a lucky day today, because we have a couple of matchups that, at least in my opinion, are going to be quick matchups compared to yesterday. So
Mhm.
we have a chance to see something out of the ordinary. At least if True Rippers or Velocity Gaming are going to be comfortable here, which I assume they would, who knows? We might get to see something out of the bag.
True. I mean, the thing with today's matchups is, as we can have a look in both our matchups in today's that we'll have today. The thing is that we already can, like, we have the underdogs up against the overdogs. You know, we know who are the big giants heading into this matchup and heading into both of the best of threes actually, and we know which team have a lot to prove and have a lot to show for themselves as well. Keeping in mind, we've got the first matchup, Team Punish, relatively newer team on the scene that we have as an organization as well, you know, looking to make a name for themselves. And then they're paired up against the likes of True Rippers, who have been on the scene for a long time. And when I say True Rippers have been on the scene a long time, I don't just mean the current roster, the players. They have a boatload of experience. And in our second matchup of the day, Fangs up against Velocity Gaming, both of the teams, we've known them relatively well. I mean, Velocity, obviously, everyone knows. Team Fangs as well, they had a bit of a die down a little while ago. Now they're back. The resurgence is here. Roster changes have happened in both of the teams, or the five members, the core five members, should I say, have
Mhm.
changed. And now we have these new sides of both of them. So our second matchup is going to be interesting. But for now, let's keep our eyes on the prize and the teams as well, considering this is the last hurdle they have before we jump into the main Challenger series, before the primary event starts. Qualifiers are about to end today, right here, right now. The teams are just a step away from getting that qualifier spot, and that's exactly what they will be fighting for today.
Yeah, they are going to be fighting for the qualifier spot, and it's going to be on the back of a best of three. And yesterday, we also got to see a ex VLT player, that being Marcel alongside Lethal Esports. That
Yeah.
series got a little close for comfort. I'm not gonna lie, it did go towards the last map, and at least they did justice. So let's have a look at what's our map veto for this matchup. As you know, it looks to be a pretty standard map pool, but it's also to a decent extent reliant on maybe a single duelist. At least with Haven and Ascent, I truly believe, like, you have a jet that could be enough, or you can even swap the jet out for a chamber. Depends on your playstyle, and maybe have something like a Raze or a Neon. Very dependent, but yeah, I feel like we're gonna be seeing a lot more of that double controller, double initiator play that we did get to see yesterday.
Absolutely, I feel agree. Like a split is going to be the odd child in this map veto. That is where we can see some interesting dynamics, interesting compositions that the team, again, like we were talking about just a few minutes ago, teams such as True Rippers and Velocity, who may be a little more experimental today than be on the safer side, because their matchup in their mind can be a bit better to play against, and you know they can try out newer things because they know
Exactly.
that the opposition may just get overwhelmed because of, say, their inexperience. At the same time, the opposition can also overwhelm them and can surprise everyone. So both the rosters have to keep that in mind. But yeah, Split is going to be interesting seeing. The good thing is we will 100% see Split. Ascent still up for debate. But starting off on the map of Haven, yeah, there is a lot of probability for different agents being chosen. You know, we've had a lot of changes on Haven. We used to see at times, I mean, there have been times we've seen double controller, although that has really been fished out for the past month or two. We had double controller at times as well. Haven back, sorry, on Haven, back when Astra, before, prior to her nerf, she used to be really prevalent here. Now it's more about the Omen. And then, of course, you have the Chamber. And at times, Chamber Cypher double Sentinel is something we've witnessed here as well. If teams really want to hone in on their defensive capabilities and try and win out the majority of their rounds on the defensive side, things
Yeah.
and compositions like those have been witnessed as well. But here, from the side, considering the fact that the map has been chosen by True Rippers, I think they really will have a similar strategy set to go, and will play in according, and their opposition team Punished will play in accordance to that as well.
Yeah, they will. Now I'm going through this map video, right? So Haven, a
Mhm.
map that's reliant on good communication, good rotation, and especially good setup. You've mentioned that True Rippers are the more experienced side here, and this is a map pulled in by True Rippers. So in my mind, okay, let's say True Rippers have the edge here. Let's go to Split, a map picked by Team Punished, and Split's a map where your defense is not the passive one. It needs to be the more decisive one because
Yep.
it's all going to be dependent on how mid is going to be approached. You have two philosophies in Split to some extent where you either contest mid, or once you let go of mid, you try going aggressive on either sides of the main. You need to take a fight towards B main, you need to take a fight towards A main, get aggressive control, and fight on the back of their rotation, on their play. That's something that not only requires you to have that straight up mentality to go and outdeal your team, outdeal your counterpart, but it also requires you to have a complete setup for it and be prepared for it from the very beginning. So I hope that we have something of a curveball in the bag by Team Punished, because Split, granted, could be a harder map to pull it off, but if they have their formula right, it could be even harder for True Rippers to find the counter.
That is true. Yeah, like we were talking about, not just with the compositions, but like you mentioned, with the play styles as well. There is a lot of nuance with Split, and how you approach that map can be quite interesting. But for now, we'll be approaching the map of Haven. Agent
Let's go.
selection is a go. So we'll be starting off, and we'll be seeing for the first time True Rippers up against Team Punished and the agents they'll be choosing. It is, after all, the final hurdle they have to cross in order to get to the Challenger Series. The qualifier is about to end. One of the teams and their journeys, unfortunately, will end here as well. And it is up to them to decide, is it going to be themselves or their opposition? Now, Team Punish, they are not wasting a lot of time. Ayan Q gone to the chamber.
Mhm.
Equinox takes the Sova. You have Immutable, who has taken the Jet. And yeah, from the side of Team Punish, this is an extremely standard like composition so far. Even the two remaining members, the agents, they are hovering over YB on
Are we
the
gonna
KO.
get the neon again?
That is, yeah, the True Rippers composition is the one, is the more interesting one, but nah, it's going
Why?
to be standard from both of the teams. Double Initiator will be the way to go.
Aw. I do like the double initiator composition though. In this case, I don't know, man. Personally, I feel like I'm more of a fan of the KO than the breach. At least when you are gonna commit to that dive, a KO much more instrumental in the fact that there's no counter utility, and also with the fact that his flashes are some of the hardest flashes to dodge if done right. Crosshair, are you debating us? Yeah, yes. We do get the sky though. I was assuming the breach. In all honesty, with how the recent patches have hit Sky, I feel
Mhm.
like from that pseudo duelist position, she slowly phased out of it just due to the fact that once you use her flash, the animation for pulling out your gun now slightly got increased. So your
Right.
potency with that flash peak really has a big problem now. And at least in terms of setup, in terms of team play, in terms of mid round fluidity, and how you can get information with the Seekers alongside that Tailblazer. So I feel like she's a very, very useful pickup on a map like Haven, which is so reliant on this kind of information and denying it, right? So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a map where we get to see quite the difference in terms of draft, and that's something I
Mhm.
don't think we'll get to see for the rest of the series.
Yeah, I mean, we have the same archetype composition. However, the agents are different. You've got Sky up against KO, and then you have the more important one, Cypher up against Chamber. Because I mean, in my opinion, Cypher versus Chamber is the bigger difference. You have to keep in mind because there's only a single sentinel on board. For initiators, both the teams are running around with a Sova, so that's nice.
Mhm.
That's a more common ground for them. However,
Yeah.
considering that they only have a single Sentinel, the way in which they play with the said Sentinel really has got to be very important. I mean, they have to get the basics, I mean, absolutely mastered. And whatever intricacies they have to make sure that it is aligned with their overarching, common goal that they want to achieve. The playstyle matches. If you're running a Cypher that True Rippers are running, you need a lot of information on board. And I think because of that very reason, they've got the Sky as well. True Rippers are a team who are absolutely 100% going for info plays. Sky will have her Trailblazer to an extent, even her Guiding Light can be a bit of information, not really, but the Trailblazer's there. You've got the Cypher Spy Cam, you've got the Tripwire, and of course, his ultimate, the Neural Thefting, and Sky's ultimate. So much importance has been given from the side of True Rippers towards getting that information that their playstyle will mainly be revolving around the fact that, boys, let's use our initiator, let's use our sentinel, get a bit of info, and then we allow people like Jet, then we allow people like Omen to peak on the basis of that and get those skills. Because again, keep in mind, what is Sova's job? It's pure information. The recon bolt, the owl drone, all that True Rippers are True Rippers are basically like a videographer running around. That's it. They have a camera
Yeah.
and they want to record as much of the map as possible, get all that information, then play on the basis of that. Whereas Team Punished are really looking for a lot of firepower. They've got Chamber. His utility really supports that run and gun playstyle. You've got KO as well. Suppress your enemies, don't let them use their abilities, then attack them. So Team Punished are going for a lot of firepower base. Meanwhile, True Rippers are really honing in on the info.
Yeah, to some extent, I get what you're saying with the chamber. It reminds me of like 2015 Fnatic back in CS:GO, where they used to just run around, but with a gun called the Tech 9, which used to be like the equivalent of um, a semi-automatic frenzy.
Oh,
It
it used to be a mod back then. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it
was
really
the
used to be
popular
that run
weapon
and
7.
gun. Yeah, it used to be that run and gun tactic, right? So you
Hmm.
create distraction, you create chaos, and when you're playing with numbers and you're playing with weaponry like that, it does make sense. And to another aspect of this, Sova, especially on a map like Haven, more than information, he's also very, very crucial in disabling the Sentinel utility. You've often seen Sova shock darts towards Garage, towards the entry of C Long, towards the cubby of A Long, and positions where the chamber might put the slow alarm bot, or in the position where they might be a tripwire. Those are easily destroyed at range without any risk being taken. So a lot of aspects to the Sova on a map like Haven, and one of the small reasons why he is not only an S tier initiator but also a staple on many maps like this, like Icebox.
Yeah.
So yeah, all
Send
for different
everything.
reason. Oh god, INQ spots the leg, and that goes either way. It's gonna go down. Audio heard by one tap. Nice flash to get the setup with tap god though. He dodges it and he one taps INQ. Only 74 HP of damage. Only 74 HP, so he's not gonna be deterred from the peak whatsoever. In
Okay,
fact, the
first
drive by.
things first,
Oh,
members of Team Punish, they're on extremely low HP, but more importantly, as we're seeing OG right now, the True Rippers, look at the map control they have. You have the Jet, one tap god, pushing down towards what is practically attacker spawn. They are giving Team Punish no room to play with whatsoever. The Omen on the side of Team Punish, Fox, although he has 1 HP, he gets an excellent headshot. The bigger problem being, he is in attacker spawn. 40 seconds are remaining. Equinox though, cheeky little kill right there, and this allows a bit of room to play with for the side of Team Punish. They can launch a proper execute. As a matter of fact, they will be. It's not a proper execute, it's a 2 versus 2, but hey, they have managed to equalize the man count. That's what matters. Crosshair, in the other hand, he's right here in the C-bomb side, and he's gonna play passively. Inside the smoke, he's gonna wait and wait for his
oh
teammate.
no!
And the Trailblazer, oh, just mistimed that. Relic, the thing is, he still has a decent chance of clutching this if he gets the kill,
Okay,
which he does.
sure.
1 HP versus 17. Fox, though, has already gotten a headshot whilst being on 1 HP.
Relic. Just a second. Could have swayed this round. And Relic doesn't second guess himself. That
You forget.
was so dicey when True Rippers were so in control from the start, right? Somewhat feels like they're a little overzealous, but hey, it's just the start. Ooh. Fox would have just been a little more fortunate on his W key. I feel like especially in Valorant, you're moving around with concrete shoes, man. And the movement's just not that smooth where you're able to just quickly come to a
Yeah.
halt and take that tap. The inaccuracy reset, I'm not sure if it's the inaccuracy reset or, is it related with the movement of the game in general?
Mechanics. Yeah. Tell me anything. Hey, I play Raze, Spike Rush. I just know Satchel Boom, go off, boom. That's it.
Easy.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, Team Punished, interesting strategy right now. After losing the pistol, they have opted to go for a force buy. Now, to your economy, if you lose, this can be disastrous. But to the economy of True Rippers, if they lose, it is going to be disastrous as well. And one member of True Rippers has been spotted, the other one, the paranoia hits him, he goes down. True Rippers a little too overego right now in getting these kills. Relic
Beautiful doesn't
posted
see
up.
this.
Relic, yeah, he's posted up quite aggressive. He gets 1 kill, but Crosshair though, oh, he's only good for 1. So it's all down to Master, whose location is known. True Rippers really have given up this round. They were too aggressive. They didn't realize Team Punished were going for a force buy, and now it's going to be True Rippers really suffering the brunt of this economic disaster.
After second round in a row where he's been backstabbed like this. It hurts. Regardless, wait, did Fox not pick up that Spectre? Okay. Slight error on his side. 1-1 regardless. What's the counterplay here? True Rippers, are they gonna try pulling off Team Punished here? I don't think so. It's only one Tab God who's invested on that Sheriff where he can reinvest into the Vandal without a problem. Might be a little short in utility though. Talking about Vandal, immutable. Gone the full distance, got the first. Nice cover duty by Equinox to watch his teammates back Master. The way he survives that 101 damage, even on the body. When he did not have armor, that's a lethal shot. Bones can't survive that kind of lethality, and it's only Relic left with his Sheriff, which IronQ does a beautiful job of cleaning up. I like that IronQ has gotten 3 kills in this round. It puts him closer towards his Tour de Force, which you've known how those ultimates can change games, right? Blade Storm, Tour de Force. You have so much more control over any engagement you take. So, True Rippers, the more they feed into this kind of machine is the more harder it'll get on their defense duty, which I feel like they need to get on a good start on.
Yeah, okay. True Rippers, they had a bit of a misstep in round 2. Round 3 was basically, they had their hands tied. They couldn't do anything. This is where their redemption arc starts. But unfortunately, once more, True Rippers are just going back to their old standard of pushing every single angle. One tap caught though. Good for him. He spots that barrel of the gun, gets 1 kill, gets another. So he got really good right there with that observation of the jet, and because of that he managed to punish Team Punished, and now True Rippers are really in an advantage. But we know in the pistol round they can give up the advantage. In this case though, with rifles in their hands, they are a lot reliable with how they're playing. As a matter of fact, it's going to be a flawless round win for True Rippers. Okay, it feels like whichever team gets the opening first, or like the opening 2 kills, they are really just bound to win the round. So what both of these rosters need to focus on is the fact that they do not give the opening like casualties away, because that determines the result of the round so much. This is really just momentum going back and forth. So the early game has to be played really carefully by both by actually all 10 of the players.
For sure. Something easier said in saying, but harder in practice, where Team punished.
Yeah.
Being in the attacking side, they're going to be the ones who decide where the engagements are taken. So they have the option to do so. It's true Rippers who really will be treading grounds in terms of odds, in terms of whether they want to commit or they want to play retake. I feel like you said, it's been this early aggression from True Rippers, and that's what either team has been reliant on, right? That's where I feel like it's gonna change towards the later aspect of the game. Once the money's even on either side, once the ultimates are up, that's when utility is gonna be more of a key aspect, especially when we do see that chamber on the other side. There's less potential to backstab as a defender, right? So True Rippers, if they're gonna get aggressive, I feel like this is the only half that they might get a little leniency in doing so, but like you said, they can't afford to overcommit on aggression.
Absolutely, they can. As we say that, we have 3 of their members lined up on A long. So over aggression, that's just another name for True Rippers. In this case, though, both the Jets, they trade. And now, yeah, both of the teams, they take a quick breather. They're like, okay, that just happened. We saw a lot of members pushing down A long. So let's regroup, refocus, and now they're looking to attack and defend different areas. So Team Punished, they're looking to strike in garage, one of the more vulnerable areas as a defender, because you really can't have anyone there, and it's going to be a full-on split C push. Bones,
Push
he has to
through long.
defend that, but he doesn't spot the members pushing through long. Exactly, and now True Rippers are really in a pickle. Relic can save them, but he really needs to be the MVP. Gets 1 kill, can he get more?
Flash and the P crosshair's not ready for the boost though. And a quick end to True Rippers' retake effort. It was really reliant on Relic working on the back of that blinding light on the back of Crosshair's peak, which really couldn't happen. I was surprised that, you know, they weren't a little more passive, maybe supported him in a way where he could have gotten that neural theft off and then played that at 3v3. But I also understand why they wanted to play that aggressive, you know. You don't give your foes enough time to set up for that post plant, and this is how you do it, by applying the pressure. Sometimes though, it ain't working. And these are the times that you just need to take it with a grain of salt. Bones? Pretty sure he's going to be discovered. This position is given away and he's gone tagged. The paranoia is going to remove any semblance of support, and he's left to fend for himself, which he's doing a beautiful job of. A double on the hold. Man advantage secured. Seekers out. Although, on the back of seeking more of an advantage, they lose what they gained. Luckily, gaining back 2 cold yet again. Relic.
This was great from Relic.
Yeah, he's made amends for what happened to the round prior.
Yeah.
Still though, you could notice a couple of chinks in how they counter initiated, right? Especially that Seeker's reinitiation. Crosshair was in no vicinity to be traded, no vicinity to be aided by utility. And it did go south there. It did go to a 3v3. If another aim duel was lost, this could have been again True Rippers breathing down the neck of an uncomfortable situation.
It could have, but Relic really saved the day. I mean, he was one of the first defenders of the bomb site, like one of the first lines of defense. He was playing near garage. He was, I believe the person hit by the paranoia. But after that, he fell back. He came back into the site, and it worked miracles. Now, Bones is playing that angle. He uses the gunfight. Relic is still there. Crosshair. From the same angle that he died in the previous round, he gets a double. Relic still playing passively right here in the smoke, just being a nuisance, waiting for the rotates to happen, waiting for the reinforcements to arrive in his team. And you can see the Jet pushing down C long. That is the play to make. That is exactly what True Rippers are waiting for. And the Owl Drone spots nobody in the bomb site. However, a little too quick on cue there for Master to recognize what was happening. And now it's a 2 versus 2. Relic had no idea where the members were. One tap god though. He's going to be a bit luckier. He knows about the locations. However, he's going to be met with the same fate. Excellent 2 versus 3 taken right here. Because the Omen and the Chamber, they knew about every single location of the defenders. And they played exactly how intended.
Yeah, the quick heads up play towards garage. They're able to get the quick turnaround. The flank was there in the nick of time, and you have to give a lot of this to Fox. The way he played that 2 versus 2, just purely based of timing and instinct. put True Rippers on truly a hold. On tap god. Was trying to play aggressively to Garagius, also primed for it, but put to bed by the 0 point, and IQ gets the double. On tap god, dashes the wrong way. The inferior buy just does not work out. The force, I guess True Rippers, they have forced to concede this. They're just gonna try getting as many kills as they can. Just try to hamper a little bit of this economy that Team Punish has put together. A little bit of hesitation on the trigger, and that's a flawless cleanup duty by Team Punished. 3-5, they're leading the charts now. It's more about keeping the momentum. True Rippers, we've seen them do the explosive fast play, which sometimes have worked in their favor, but it's not a consistent formula for success.
Exactly.
The way they change things around is maybe, just maybe, get one tap gone on that operator as soon as humanly possible. Let him be the one taking the long angle aggressive peak so that you can at least secure that opening frag with a little bit of safety net.
The thing is with True Rippers, when they've got rifles, that's when they're aggressive, and when they've got like pistols and an eco buy, this is when they're extremely passive, as we can spot right
the
now.
opposite of what's the normal.
Yeah, that's the thing. And the opposite of the normal can be beneficial in catching your opponents off guard. However, like you just mentioned, OG, like once or twice it works. Other times it's really not gonna. As in this case, one tap guard holding the off angle, expecting to catch someone. No, he's the one who gets caught. He's the brave master though. Excellent headshot, looking for another. No, it's going to be a full-on A execute from the members of Team Punish. They are a man up. They're just waiting for the spike to go into the bomb site and be planted, and after that it should be easy pickings for them. And this round should be easy for themselves as well, considering that True Rippers really don't have any weaponry whatsoever. They've got sheriffs on board, they're low on utility, and True Rippers know this very well as well. So yeah, this is going to be round number 6 for Team Punished.
Shit. I can barely anything to fight with. I can put double peek on the back of this guy, like nobody flashed the paranoia. Primes them for the peek rather. And an almost flawless sound yet again. He only lost the jet, that being immutable. Not the start that we expected by any stretch of the margin, CCV. I'm actually delighted by the way Team Punish are playing. They're playing very well together. And in all honesty, True Rippers, I feel like a lot of this also has to do with the fact that they're committing to what, in hindsight, is not really advantageous fights. You don't see that often.
Exactly. Now though, True Rippers, they're actively making the decision, not peeking the angles, staying on the bomb side. And so far they haven't used a lot of their utility. We can see we should be seeing a little more of that utility usage later on. Now the question is, how do Team Punished proceed, knowing that True Rippers are trying something different that they usually aren't going for? This is round number 10. The first half is about to end very, very soon in a matter of 3 or so rounds. So keeping that in mind, Team Punish should be ready for an execute. Yep, the null command goes through. This is really going to allow them to go into the bomb site. Crosshair going to the standfire doesn't work. And now you have Relic being pushed off Heaven as well. Yeah, entirely. True Rippers have been forced off the bomb site. Hunter's Fury going to be used from the defenders to try and get some of the attackers, but it gets no one, and True Rippers have to go for a full-on retake with no control of the bomb site.
They do have a little bit of information. They still have the paranoia available, which is just used. The true crossfire, though, held by close range, and the trade comes on through. One tap god! Moment for him to strike, and to strike fast! Information on his hand. It's a 1v1. IQ! He cannot hold it! One tap god pieces the clutch together. And out of the jaws of defeat, he snatches this round and puts it in the book for True Rippers.
that was exactly what True Rippers needed, and my oh my, the fashion and the style in which One Tap God achieved that for them. I mean, look at this. This was a proper duel right here. Both the members going back and forth of that box, and finally, the wall bang work. One Tap God living up to his name, be it the Sheriff, be it the Vandal, be it the Operator. He can get kills, and he is a one tap god. Now, True Rippers have equalized the score a little more, and I think they'll be fine with something along the lines of a 7-5 score right here. Like, honestly, in my opinion, I believe 7-5 is exactly how this round is going to end. So, sorry, this half is going to end. And keeping that in mind, both the teams should be relatively, like, satisfied with it. They shouldn't be like, oh, that's too bad of a score. We could have, I mean, honestly, yeah, True Rippers and Team Punish, both of them could have done better in several instances, in several rounds. But overall, it's a good enough result. Let's see how this round goes, because so far, nothing has happened. Team Punish slowly getting information, face checking everything, peeking the corners, checking the angles, destroying the utility, and now they're waiting. And everyone is waiting for their opposition to make a move, and the Seekers go through from the side of True Rippers. YB God right here quite close. He's going to be caught in the crossfire. Now it's going to be Immutable holding the angle. However, Bones gets a cheeky little double kill before he dies, and Master capitalizes even further.
They've gotten that seaside cool, but getting there, yeah, that's questionable. Does he commit his ultimate for this? I mean, they could maybe bait rotations to the A side of Foxes. A little innovative. The flash is gonna go on through with one smoke. That's all they have to work with. Perfectly placed for now, as it holds the aggression in bay. Oh, this could be the double. No, the double. That's required from INQ. A big ask. Has the Operator. The quick knife and dash, but the close range engagement could be taken with the Headhunter. One Tap God holding the upper angle. And that's all that he needed to do. Hold the angle, and Master is gonna be that tempting bait that just cannot be ignored.
Last round before the
A nice road to salvation, right? True Rippers, we were questioning what their performance would be like in the end of the first half when things were looking bleak, 6-3, but they managed to make it back.
They did manage to get back, and yeah, they're really swinging in full force right now. I mean, this is exactly the confidence they'll need as soon as the second half arrives and we have the side swap. But I'm not going to talk about the second half right now. We'll see that after a round. This is the final round of the first half. Immutable really going fully at it. Oh, what a headshot! Through the smoke, amidst the air, he was flying, and so was his performance. With flying colors, he passed. Now his team, they need to do the same. Crosshair, holding this off angle. Oh, it was checked, pre-fired. YB God, really good kill right there. And True Rippers, I think, yeah, this is wraps for them. Unless we see another great 2 versus 4 clutch. Relic has gotten 1 kill. The Paranoia, just waiting on the time. The Paranoia will be delayed just an itsy second. And yeah, Relic right now is still in heaven. This is all that was waiting for. He just goes down, and it gets a great kill while the Paranoia was there. But now the Sova is really the thorn in the foot of True Rippers, because the position that is being held is really a difficult one to catch.
He needs to find timing here. Had the 1v1 offered. 7-5.
switching sides.
A very nice first half that we did get a witness from Team Punished. Decent recovery though from True Rippers. They win the pistol, they get things even Steven. Although I do believe in this kind of a map, especially in most maps, Cypher setups are really more useful on the defense compared to the attack. Although I do understand the value that Relic can bring in with the aggressive traps that he can lay. It's more than viable to swap out to some extent the chamber for the Cypher, but still you will lack a little in terms of that firepower. So in terms of thrifty lethality, yeah, you might have a small problem in that department. Oh!
Whoa! Beautiful headshot right there. And he falls back safe and sound without a single trade. Now Fox pushing the smoke. Guys, on cue. We were complimenting him, and now this happens. Unfortunate. True Rippers, they have control of the bomb site. However, the overarching pressure from Team Punish really hitting hard on the attackers right now, who are getting crowded from every single angle, every single corner. Can they survive? Well, for the time being, Bones unfortunately cannot. The shock dart can deal a lot of damage now. Immutable survives that. There's another shock dart going off. 2 versus 2, both the defenders, their location is known. Master, excellent headshot, and all that's required is 1 bullet. Relic is gonna go for that. True Rippers take the pistol.
The last time we said, you know, if you win the pistol, you're clean. We got bamboozled. And Team Punish are looking maybe to do it again. Nah, on the defense, I think they don't favor their chances as much. Again, on the attack, like I said, you have the opportunity to select where you want to take the fight and how. So, with them not being offered that right now, I think, yeah, the best option is maybe stack a sight, close range shorty. That's pretty lethal as well. Three-man setup towards C, and they want to keep it a little bit of a secret. Fox trying not to make things a little too obvious there. And this is a very slow round from True Rippers, and I like the fact that at least now they adhere to discipline. If it wasn't the case in the first half, cool, let that be. The second half is a new half, and that's a new look for True Rippers. Hopefully a look that stays and gives them success.
And plus, after what happened in the first half, they know the consequences of losing your force bile, or like losing your anti-eco, which is in this case, you know, after winning your pistol, if you lose this round, it can be devastating. So True Rippers have got to be careful. Now they commit to this B push, one tap god on top of the boxes, great double kill. Falls back, Fox is there with the shorty, and unlike the previous times where he pushes the smoke, he has chosen not to, but it's gonna be the same fate. Immutable has also been spotted. Simple round for True Rippers. They get all the frags. Ion Q, he'll be good for 1 kill, and that's gonna be that. So, okay. Anti-eco, 1 from True Rippers, gonna be their bonus round, and economically, this is really favoring True Rippers because they only had a single casualty in the previous round. If True Rippers manage to win this round, it's going to be amazing for them, and we can easily see them take the lead. But I don't think that's likely, and I don't think that will exactly happen. Team Punished really should be looking for a better result in this round, considering that they've got better weaponry, and that just feels like the more likely outcome.
The fight that they need to force here should be close range, right? So there are a couple of places you can do it. With the A utility, you can hit towards A. Orage is a nice position to take. Sometimes I am in favor of the B side, but again, it's dependent on utility to a good extent, and also the X factor. So if you're able to play B towards the late round and you still have those specters, you can still make that post plant really, really effective. Especially, like, let's say you're an Omen, right? You can shrouded step on top of the site, you can play with verticality, and if you hold the upper off angle with the Spectre, like, triple doink, dude, they're done. You hold that angle, if you have your teammate watching your back, it should all be Gucci. But again, all that in theory, right? That's why we love Valorant. You can be 99% right and you'll still lose a round.
That's the thing, man. I'm 99% like immortal level, but I still get placed in bronze. And that's
100%, bro. I completely get you.
That's just Valorant. What can I say? Yeah, definitely not my fault. But anyways, True Rippers now really going for a heavy-handed push towards the A bomb side. However, one man by himself, that's Equinox, stops all of it. Drops the spike in no man's land, and there's no way for True Rippers to retrieve it. The angles that they're holding as well are not favorable. Immutable in this close for the angle. He spots a player, gets that kill, gets another, and this is practically the doom of the attackers. Relic can't do much, he's all by himself. If he can manage to get 1 kill, it's gonna be amazing.
Cage triggered.
Spectre at this range, and he's not able to work. A flawless defense by Team Punished. I like the idea that True Rippers were going for there. If only it was... You can't even blame it on utility there. They used the flash, they used everything. It was just dodged, and it felt like Team Punish saw this coming from a mile away. Especially Equinox. perfectly dealing with the aggression at short, single-handedly. Not an easy task whatsoever, and he just makes it look like a piece of cake. The similar play towards the long here. Immutable has the off angle. This is the true Ripper's play, and it's not gonna work against them. Oh, one tap god. He's hoping that timing is gonna be on his side. Okay, did he just RNG
Down A.
our man in the
He may
backside
have.
there?
He may have. Equinox really suffered that spray and pray. But True Rippers, I mean, what an amazing trade this was. They lost only a single member, got 3 kills, a spike plant, and the bomb site. In return, they'll be very happy with how this round is progressing, and they needed to win this round because Team Punished had taken the lead. Currently, the score sits at 7 and 8, and True Rippers after winning this round, which I mean, yeah, Team Punish from the looks of it, they are backing off. They're not gonna go for kills. Smart play to make. Save your rifles. It's perfectly fine. It seems like a lost round, and most likely it's gonna be Fox was the braver of the bunch. However, it still ends in his death, so really not a good result. Ion Q will be saving this Phantom, and yeah, good round for True Rippers. And this is now from this point forward where the match really turns up in the heat. Now the match is gonna become like a volcano just waiting to erupt because we have all the correct ingredients for an explosion. You've got ultimates which will start to flow in very very soon. For now it's just one ultimate that is there on the side of Team Punch, the Blade Storm. But after that, yeah, we can see on the scoreboard so many members, you know, both the Sovas, Equinox and Master, 1-2 points away from the Hunter's Fury. Ultimates are there, the guns are ready, the positioning's there, and the score is leveled at 8-8. This is where it all starts.
Are we gonna see this aggression through long pan out? Yeah, we are. Blades are in the arms. Still not gonna play ultra aggressive though. They know with the control that they have through C long, they can afford to recommit towards other areas of interest. And that's gonna be Garage and B for now. Likewise, the True Rippers, they are interested to take that B side with force, and with force, they have found the entrance. Sure, but they've not found the entry as of yet. There's still a man down. Oh god. Bye-bye. Juicy position for what could be a mad play, but Bones puts it all to shreds. Fox can't find the back turn kill onto one tap god. Now they found it though. The man advantage. Paranoia could be big as it sets up brilliantly for this backstab, which is being looked at. They needed to play a little more in tandem there. The timing was just so off. If they would have taken the peak at the same time, sure, you would have given away maybe the half stick. Cool. But if you're going at the peak in the same time, it's very, very hard for them to focus towards either angle. If they do, you're gonna win 100%.
Yeah, it was really like True Rippers. There was a bit of disconnection right then, like you mentioned, not just with this peak, but with the overall like execute that they went for. Even someone like Crosshair, just having his back completely towards mid and being absolutely caught red-handed by YB God, pushing behind him. Like Crosshair had no idea where that kill came in. So True Rippers needed a little bit of a better situational awareness with how they wanted to play that. And now Team Punished, they get the better chance. And this is really looking better from their side. Like Team Punished really looking in control of this. But at the same time, when True Rippers are desperate, they can and they have won multiple rounds. They get that momentum going. And honestly, in this case, whichever team gets that momentum, and I don't just mean this in terms of how the rounds are going. If you get like 2 rounds consecutively, it's going to be a big help for them, considering we're nearing the end of this entire half. Meanwhile, YB God still in the bomb site with the Bulldog all alone. He can try and take wins. The flash is going to go through. Absolutely Crosshair. Once more, he was entirely flashed. And Master, he had to play a bit of ring around the rosy there. Catch YB God all alone. He's got the spike, but he doesn't
Here's
know
the
someone's
backstab.
right behind him.
Oh, he assumed it's towards short. Surprised they're not opting in to pick up that operator. Okay. I think Immutable had to reinvest into it, if I'm not mistaken. A nice
I
play towards the side where they were able to keep trading off each other, right? I think that's the more important aspect of it. They don't get phased by the momentum. They don't get phased by the numbers. They keep doing their thing. They get the trades, and at the end of the day, it's plays like Bye God just made, which are not supposed to happen when you're hitting the site like True Rippers are, right? Those are the things that you need to swiftly deny by having good angles and having good comps. The flash is off cue, and at least the guiding light does connect. It gives One Tap God the room to work with, and he finds the final knife in the dome of Equinox. That, however, is the last breath he takes.
Once more, team punished absolutely like you just mentioned, OG. They don't care how the early round goes. They don't care True Rippers have got side control. They know they have advantages. They know they've got better utility, better weaponry. Positioning, okay, it's a little bit of an itsy factor, but they can still work their way around it. As you can see, Immutable pushing into the bomb site, gets another kill. Fox was already there. Bones was the only person in this 4 versus 4 to get a single frag from the side of True Rippers. That was the team punished had their hands all over this round, and because True Rippers, it was an eco from their side, another easy win for team punish. They now have 11 rounds on the map that was chosen by True Rippers.
What's the X factor here that True Rippers are missing? I'm trying to think out of the top of my mind. I'm like, what True Rippers do in a position like this? The aggression, sometimes it's worked out. They managed to find trades, managed to find openings. But the fast play really doesn't translate that well into the best hole. I feel like once, if they boil the numbers down by playing slow and then get into a 3v3 post plant or a 2v2 post plant, they might be standing a better chance of winning the round, which might encompass a slower play. They don't seem to slow the pace though. Oh, I was waiting for it. They knew what kind of play was ahead of them. They tried to prepare for it, but utility is half the game. INQ positioning is the other half, and he's gotten the better end. At least of One Tap God. Man advantage now. The fight Hunter's Fury used as a safety net to maybe let INQ reaggress, which Bones was expecting from a mile away. Crosshair finds Immutable just bunny hopping his way through default. And it's boiled down to that 2 versus 2 that I talked about. This is where True Rippers actually stand a chance. The experience is going to count for all of this clutch. As Relic, left with an all to do. The spike in the hands of Team Punished. And both of them are trying to play this one together. I'm assuming Equinox is just getting the swing for the info, and he now understands that passive play is the right play.
30 seconds
But the
left.
drone gives more possibilities to play this together. They lined up almost. Oh god, I almost got flashbacks. Luckily, they're on their TP toes, and True Rippers having map point against them. 4 rounds is what they need to push this to an OT. This is a sensational performance from Team Punished, one that I don't think you or me would have expected walking into
Yep.
today's matchup.
I mean, we literally said like they were the underdogs, but hey, no, they have. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna jinx it. You know, so far they're doing an excellent job, and now Immutable. Oh, this is pure confidence. This is pure adrenaline coursing through the veins of Team Punish. They know they've secured this map almost. They have, I mean, it is a 3 versus 2. The neural theft from Relic gives the location of a lot of members, and True Rippers are going into the C-bomb side where YB God is already present. This can be disastrous. They need to get the kill onto KO, otherwise it's never going to work in their side. Crosshair, he knows someone is to his right, but again, no one knows about YB God. No one knows about the KO. This is all that matters. 1 kill for him. and he tags Crosshair just the tiniest amount, but now everyone knows about the sky.
They do the drone out for safety. There should be a quick flank through garage from INQ. This is for all the marbles. Crosshair. What do you have, young man? The spray was just an
Defenders
inch.
win.
13-8 nonetheless. Team punished. A very, very good second half. I was thrown at awe with how they were able to hold their own. Sure, a good start from True Rippers by winning that pistol and doing yada yada yada, fine, but in the important rounds, True Rippers just felt absent. Especially in their fast commitments towards the site. Cool.
Yeah.
Get the pun, but that's half the story, right? It feels like Team Prime were just so ready. Team Punished were just so ready to play that retake and to play patiently, which is something that we expected from the opposite side. Yeah, it's a funny map, and you know what? Let's relive the funny list. Let's jump right into the highlights, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, up until the 8-8 score, it was like really close, funny as well, sure, and really amazing. As soon as the 8-8 happened, after that, I'm not really sure what got into Team Punished, but it was total destruction from that point forward. They did not
Yeah.
give even a single round away to True Rippers. And like we were talking about all the things, the momentum worked in their side. Economically, True Rippers for a couple of the rounds, they were really suffering. We saw Spectres, we saw like the Sheriff rounds being present as well. Team Punished had entire control of the final like 5 or 6 rounds, whether it be with the retakes, whether it be with the early engagements. There were times True Rippers were looking like they could deal damage. And there were times where True Rippers were in prime position to win. However, they just couldn't close it out.
Is they not able to close it out? I'd say just not taking smart aim duels. That's half of what
Mhm.
happened to True Rippers in this entire game. That lobby aggression, sure, it was attempted by either side, but I feel like at least for the side of Team Punished, dude, they realized it wasn't really paying them dividends in that first and second occasion, and they stopped it. Something that True Rippers really didn't. A lot of places that you'd assume True Rippers have those grounds covered, not the case. Somehow Team Punished were able to force so many of these uncharacteristic errors and managed to capitalize. This is one of those rounds where a little bit of patience, maybe playing with the shrouded step or maybe playing with the fear from shadows would have helped them, but they were a little too hesitant from time to time. The confidence that you got to see in Immutable as he pushed long, that's the kind of confidence we were expecting from True Rippers. And yeah, after a map one like this, I hope that it's confidence that's not what's broken on the True Rippers camp. Could be communication, could be internet, could be something else, but this should not hamper the confidence. It's a complete best of three, right? This is a true
Right.
test for a team like Team Punished, and this is a part of it. This is something that True Rippers, I think, have had so many instances to fight in so many other tournaments. And now this is going to be their test. They need to come back from a situation like this, and that demands them to be their best.
Absolutely. Yeah, True Rippers, the time that they have right now, analyze all the mistakes that you made, get ready for Split and for Team Punished as well. They chose this map. I best believe they are prepared for it. They are ready for us to get ready to watch that map. We'll be taking a short little break, so don't go anywhere. Stay watching, and we'll be right back with LG Ultragear presents the Esports Club Challenger Series, powered by ZOTAC. Welcome back, everyone, to LG Ultragear presents the Esports Club Challenger Series powered by ZOTAC Gaming. I'm CSV, joined alongside OG Dolores Chicken, and we are bringing to you Qualifier 2, the final set of matches that we have in front of us. And today we have our first best of three. True Rippers up against Team Punish. The first map is done. Team Punish, who were supposed to be the underdogs, defeated True Rippers 13-8 on their opposition's map choice, that was Haven. And now we move forward with Split.
If we get a 2-0 here, yeah, I think I think both of us will end up looking like fools, but I don't mind it, man. At this cost, yeah, this
Yeah.
is pure underdog dark horse fashion victory. If and only if Team Punish are able to close it out and split. We've seen on a couple of occasions where team trade out maps and it goes to the third map in this best of three. Do you see that happening, CCV?
I'll. Oh man, it's so difficult. I can't answer the question without seeing Split. And even if after I saw Split, I need to see like at least the first like I don't know 15 rounds or something. Only then
Oh
can we
yeah,
really make a
100%.
judgment. Because Split is such a map where you can lose the momentum or you can just make such an intense comeback that you don't really know what just happened in your opposition. More specifically, doesn't really know what just happened. So it's really, really a lot about the pendulum swinging one way, then the opposite way. So do I see this going three maps? I'd say that okay, yeah, True Rippers they may have enough in the bag to send it off to three maps. Is it unlikely? Oh, I'd say it's a 50-50 chance right now. I'd say there's a 50% chance we will see Team Punish win split. But let's keep predictions aside. Let's keep
Same
probability
call.
aside. And yeah, let's jump into the agent selection.
Okay. We're gonna get the KO this time around. Surprisingly, no Sag on either side. Gonna a double initiator on the side of True Rippers, and it looks to be a double duelist. It's on the board for Team Punished.
Hmm.
I like the raise in this map a lot, but the Rana, mm, compared to other maps, Rana is a little more useful on this map. But again, in a pro setting, I feel like Rana is absolute, D tier as a duelist. Sure, in your pugs, it's very nice because nobody is afraid to take a fight. But in a pro setting, if you're going into a fight and you're not the favorite side, there's a high chance that the person who's not favored the fight won't take it whatsoever. He'll just run away, take a different engagement. When he has the opportunity, he's gonna strike. So at least in the sense of split, I can see the Lear being a little more of a viable thing. And there we go. Thank you for doing the rational thing and taking the jet, as we're gonna be able to at least see that operator versus operator on either side. At least for the side of Team Punish, they have two options to wield the sniper, that being both INQ and Immutable. Because
Yep.
INQ, he's proficient with the Headhunter, he's proficient with the Operator. We've seen him be a very versatile player in the past. So I'm pretty sure that if required, they're gonna be able to swap things around on a map like Split. You can't discount the fast-paced nature of the gameplay that Jet has in her, backpack, right? It's easier for
Right.
her to get to an aggressive position if set up well, even take the advantage and take the W, dash back to safety. It all depends on how the circumstance is and how the play is set up. And that's what we're gonna look forward to. Map 2 in this best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. True Rippers one step out the door at the moment, which is something that neither of us assumed we were going to even say. We assumed that there's going to be a quick 2-0, and that is something Team Punished, well, at least they punished us casters for, thinking the other way. Revive me, I feel sad. Again, like Aggie said, F for that guy. We lost a true legend.
Unfortunate indeed. Now, all right. Okay. The thing is, like I said with Split, you don't know anything that's going to happen. I mean, we're starting off and already mid is being contested heavily. You have one tap God looking to peek the angle really close. Doesn't spot someone. He has flashed himself. He has to make a quick retreat, but in doing so, unfortunate. Not going to be able to. He is killed. More specifically, Team Punished have a lot of map control. Look at that. They're pushing A vents right now. They're up into rafters and they're pushing from A main as well. Relic managed to get one kill and another before he dies. The spike was dropped temporarily. Now it's going to be planted permanently in the bomb side, but Team Punished still have to defend against this retake.
The only edge they have is the fact that Crosshair is down 40 HP. The cross being watched by Immutable. The RAM presence, though, soon to be discovered. The Paranoia sets this up perfectly, and Master decapitates him. The triple on the entry, 50 HP, and we need to see some brilliance. INQ! Are we gonna see the clutch? No, Crosshair. Wide to verse the site. That very nearly could have broken the hearts and dreams of True Rippers, but they keep it alive. They get the pistol. Something that hasn't been that big of a problem for them. Like you said, only when we get to the second half is when things truly start getting heated up. Until then, it seems like an even blow, and neither side are looking to bow out of this fight. Either side looking very dead certain and very confident, which is something I absolutely love. Right now, Team Punish are playing like they have nothing to lose, and the setup they had the round prior, the fact that they anticipated that aggression towards mid, and the way they played around that initial advantage they got, very good stuff to see. It's gonna be a hype map too.
It is in Team Punish, following route of the first map. They're going for a first vibe, and they get 2 kills, not just 1, but that's a double bonanza right here for them. So great start to this round, more specifically Relic. He managed to get 1 kill. Oh, Equinox. That's really unfortunate because Relic now has prime property on the spike, and he is going to defend it like anything. Team Punish, and now the teams that are going to be cornered off. Bones, he jumps right in the crosshairs of YB God. Master from up top as well accidentally mollies himself. However, great positioning. And Fox by himself. This has been a very chaotic round so far, with gunfights taking place every single step of the way. Now what can Fox do?
Oh, what's out, Master? Needs Relic, so Relic cannot aid his teammate on the peak. He assumed he finished the job off, I'm thinking. 5 HP Master Claws is back. I'm a very firm believer that communication is a very integral aspect to any tactical FPS, and I'm wondering why Bones just dropped down to hell there. I'm pretty sure Relic would have calmed that, guys. I hear them towards site. They're trying to get me, and they could be anywhere. Be careful when you're gonna retake. They could be up ramps, they could be in towards side, they could be someplace, because I'm gonna be hiding near the spike. And Bones just dropped down and he was out with his smoke, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he used the paranoia first and then the smoke. Yeah, it was really... He did not predict the position at all. Like, his paranoia went towards ramps as well. And that's where his crosshair was also. So, yeah, it was very easy to know that he was thinking that the members of Team Punch were there, but no, they won't. Regardless of that, True Rippers managed to avoid a big storm that was the side of Team Punished winning this first buy, and True Rippers would have once again been an economic disaster. But now it's going to be Team Punished who really have to take things a lot passively and save almost every single credit that they will be getting later on. We can just spot like nominal sheriffs right here. And keeping that in mind, True Rippers, this should be a full-on bonus round for them. Like, they should be like a near flawless round. And they'll be going off to an excellent start. I mean, so far, yeah, True Rippers really have been with the best foot forward, and it's only going to get better for the time being. But we know Team Punish, they can pull off miraculous, like, momentum-based wins, 5-round sprees if the need be. In this case, though, Relic out in the open. He spots one of the members. He gets 1 kill. Crosshair does the same, and this is just like clean up of every member of Team Punished.
Slowly into left to do a little damage. He's gonna get a Relic, cool, but that's almost a flawless victory by True Rippers, which is very crucial. Considering the way the last round went, CCV, the round prior to this, it started off on the back of a 3 versus 5 that True Rippers had to claw their way through, right? Against the Spectres. Yeah, those are situations where you need to be the one in control. You need to be the one who looks very affirm. At least for now, that buy that Team Punished have been vying for are gonna be delivered. They have the operator on the attack. INQ, he's looking for these long-range pickings, but you also have to consider the fact that there is a Cypher who's defending the side. He's gonna try denying as many long-range fights as possible. So INQ, sure, this might be natural habitat for operators to pick towards this site, but considering the setup, it seems very unlikely that he might find success. Unless a lot of pressure is being put by Immutable towards Heaven.
Well, let's see the amount of pressure the members of True Rippers are looking to apply.
The spray.
Peak mid. Bones. It's happened twice now that, he's just caught. I mean, in this case, he wasn't caught off guard. This was just, mishandling of the spray. Didn't do much. Ion Cube could have been an excellent shot right there. Immutable, though, already holding the angle. However, True Rippers knew the better of that duel, and they get 3 kills consecutively. Now Ion Q also all alone with that operator dies. YB got left by himself. He is suppressed, alone in a corner. True Rippers don't need to do much. They are just there together, bunched up, and they're essentially waiting for YB God to make a move. Now he spam fires through, won't hit anyone. Master will be revived, and yeah, this is just peeking into the lion's den. Not much can happen. True Rippers win yet another round. This was the full buy of Team Punished, and it has not gone their way. Disaster for the attackers.
Not only is this the buy for Team Punished, but there's also the map pick by Team Punished.
Yep.
Not off to a flying start. 4-0. To the force, yeah, it's there. And Relic has actually switched over to the B side. Wherever it feels like INQ is gonna go and pick, it feels like he's not gonna get it, right?
You want to play? Let's play.
He may
You got a
not.
little information as well. So they have a little information outside. Hey, God.
No charges left.
That was a assassination attempt and a half. A quick play with the judge, and he shall not budge. The quick play to its side as well. Relic, who's all that remains within, has only the classic.
Be faster.
Alright, sure. 3v3, my friend. This has been as close as Team Punished have been to a round. They have the guns, they have the 34s, the setup is gone. Vibe bites the dust. 3v2, 2v2 now! No! INQ, a crucial shot on
Players
the
dead.
player missed. Master 1v1 spots the cape, and not all heroes deserve it. Is Equinox gonna be able to find the clutch? Close range, the Spectre drive by. Not all heroes wear capes, and Equinox, I think for True Rippers, he has been a menace.
Absolutely has been, be it the Sova, be it the Omen. He has done a heap of damage in right now as well. He was there when his team needed him the most. Great effort by True Rippers generally around. That could have gone their side. I mean, it all came down to that 1 versus 1. But now the thing is that Team Punished still are suffering a little bit in terms of the economy. I mean, they're gonna go for their, I believe, I mean, yeah, if they lose this, then it's going to be a bit disastrous. They may have to go for another force fire. Ecom, immutable with the Blade Storm, going in, gets an excellent headshot, and yet another no. After the initial casualties, it is still True Rippers who have the man advantage. Team Punished have got 2 out of their 3 ultimates ready to deploy to use. The Showstopper can be really good. If used in the correct position, the Showstopper is going to go off. However, Fox is going to get gunned down. And INQ also has to back off. True Rippers seem to have this round under control now.
No trades, no opening. So unfortunate. Oh goodness Christ, INQ. It's funny, right? He misses that easy shot towards heaven, but hits this flick of his life. He needs to hit 2 more nutters if he has to break this B-side defense open. And True Rippers aren't in positions where they're just giving this fight away for no reason. They're playing the crossfire, they're playing the smart game. Did he just TP out towards the A side in a situation like this? Force the rotation, maybe, yep. At
30
least
seconds
the
left.
TP. Oh, okay, that was information TP. Fine. The play on the back of the information is going to be more important, and One Tap God more crucially rotates in at the nick of time. He's going to watch the cross, and he's going to get it. The trade. Are we going to see it through the smoke? Come on. Updraft just for the style points. Close range Relic finds him. Dude, the guy has like, I think a little too Nagiographic, a little too much on his feet. Straight up wants to be a bird, dude.
Man, when you have plays like that, you just like fly up, take your pay, and just fly away with it. As True Rippers, they fly away with another round win for their side. 5th round in total for them. 6th very well in my eyes on the board as Team Punished, yeah, like we were talking about, have to go for a semi-buy. A Sheriff, Judge, Spectre, that's not enough to go counter, you know, Operators and Vandals and Phantoms. So, True Rippers should be looking for another easy win, but they have to play smartly, they have to play passively. That is the bigger element right now. They cannot start peeking every single angle as immutable.
Wow. Okay.
Pushes that his own team's aftershock. INQ guys, One Tap Gordon spawn spots the jet, and True Rippers are playing extremely passively. However, the neural theft gives them all the information they need.
And that close play with the judge. Hasn't panned out, and this is where it makes things a little interesting. The close range engagement by Crosshair, and I'm not sure why the pistol was out. Still 1v3. Equinox. Positioning, half decent. He needs to have timing. And it seems like it might just be on his side. Relic has found his way through Raptors already. And if he's able to find this crash, this could be the opening. Master lets the gates open. Equinox. He's trying to go for the fast play. Relic not in a position where he can deny. And I'm pretty sure that he would not want to give away this 1v1 as well. He has information on the back of that camera. So again, patience is what's going to win True Rippers this round. And Equinox, what's his play? He should be tagged by the camera if he's not going to be careful on the plant. And it's possible for him
10
to
seconds left.
reposition without the camera catching wind of that fact. Well, I said that, and oh, he doesn't spot the cam. He doesn't see the cam. They know where he is. They can just right-click him. Oh no! Oh, he right-clicks, but it hits the leg. Relic is pushing, but he finds the spam through the smoke. This is like True Rippers.
My thanks.
Fully anticipating this matchup. I'm not understanding how this reverse sweep is so strong by either side.
Your team Punish are just getting shut down every step of the way. Wherever they try to go, wherever they try and execute, whatever angles they're peeking, nothing, absolutely nothing is working for their side. True Rippers catch wind of every single tactic that their opposition is going for. Now, we can see that Team Punished are planning a 5-man rush on the A bomb side. Let's see how this one goes. Yep, already so far we can see one kill goes in favor of True Rippers. IonQ misses a crucial shot right there. He's got to be more careful with his crosshair placement. So, keeping that in mind, yeah, Team Punish, are they making a decision to fall back? They may as well have to. However, Crosshair still knows about this. True Rippers have completely given up the B bomb side because they know there's no point. Relic is pushing from from attacker spawn. Crosshair is in vents. One tap god is in the bomb side, getting 3 kills. Everything is just favoring True Rippers. Is it gonna be an ace? One tap god, you better push for it.
Here's the shot. Here's the wait. What the hell?
Huh? What? Huh?
Yeah, we're equally as confused, Crosshair.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Ooh. Bam. Very clean, very precise, and very textbook range. It's like how you'd practice against these bots in the range, right? How you take your shots, calm, cool, collected. Don't let the duel, the pressure, its significance have the impact on how well you can perform. And man is just enjoying life with the operator right now. Okay. When you close the distance against Spectres and Sheriffs, it really gives me the shivers, man. And Bones, understandably so, has gone up towards the ramps. Let's hope he stays up there and stays alive. Because again, that's a close situation that you can creep to. It's gonna be hard though. And I think they've realized it as well here. A very, very safe rotation all the way through attacker spawn. They've found the rat in terms of the fox. Oh, one tap, but not again. Yeah, he's gonna get it.
True Rippers are on the entire map. Like, the angles they're holding, the places they're playing in, they're giving not even a single inch to Team Punish to push up. Even now, look at Omen, look at KO. They're gonna go attackers spawn and just wait it out there. True Rippers, they have given up the A-bomb side. They've given up mid because they know that no one from Team Punished is right there. What they know for a fact is that Team Punished are either near bottom mid
30 seconds
market
left.
where the 3-4 gunfights took place just now, or they're in attacker spawn. No one was spotted in spawn. That's why Omen KO, they're going to fall back for a bit. Then you have the final piece of the puzzle. You have Relic playing Cypher all the way back in the B-bomb side. With 15 seconds remaining, a hit is bound to happen. Relic knows about this. He spots one of the members. He's ready for the one-way cyber cage. And he is going to get concussed. However, Team Punish, they're going to go nowhere.
Saving. They're gonna be able to grab that operator as well. Should give it back to the hands of INQ. The one thing that's got me truly worried right now, CCV, is the fact that Team Punish's draft, right? You have the Jet, you have the Raze. It's a very good combination on the attack. And the defense, yeah, it still holds its ground, but on the attack, it has more value. And they're not finding value out of the first half at all. Sure, they're getting close to a couple of rounds, but it's like the same thing what happened to True Rippers in the game prior, right? They might get the first 2 kills, but when it comes to winning the round, that's the most important thing, and that's what sometimes they forget. This ballsy repeat and one tap God's confidence.
A gift.
At least understandably put to a stop, dude. That was bordering the lines of overconfidence.
Now, the one question I have, it's a burning question, is that is there any chance for Team Punish to make a comeback? I always say this, is that if you're looking for a hope in Valorant, the one hope, the one motivation you can get is always the side swap. Because honestly, right now, in the first half now, True Rippers, very easily, I believe they will get like 10, maybe even 11 rounds if they want it. But 10 is surely on the board. I generally expect like a 10-2 half. And that's a big deficit that Team Punish have to catch up. So keeping that in mind, the odds are really stacked against them. But for now, let's return back to this round. Final 30 seconds, Team Punish have
30
to go
seconds
for an
left.
execute. They have chosen the bomb site as a selection. Fox goes into the bomb site, immediately met with a headshot from Crosshair. Master holding it off, and now you have the smokes preventing anyone on the attack from seeing anything that's happening. Immutable going to be affected by that tripwire.
Look at the time again!
Enemy
The
remaining.
open angle he's
Spike
holding
down, B.
alongside the crossfire with Crosshair means that, yeah, once more, Team Punished. It's going to be a round loss and a drop off for them.
Team Punish. I feel like that operator investment is already hurting them. When the pace gets fast, they're already finding it hard to cope, and with the operator, it doesn't make life easier. It makes life harder. You need to be as mobile as you can, especially with the way True Rippers are playing with the utility dump and with how they're approaching these peaks together. Playing on the back of each other and having the ability to get multi-frags to cover your teammates back is very crucial. 9-3 is hopefully the half they get. They have the Todefos, they have the Rolling Thunder. There's options for them. At this point, I'm wondering, dude, like, they have the Rolling Thunder. Could maybe set up the B side in such a way where you let your chamber with the 34 speak towards heaven while your Jet and Raze are committing to the dive bomb towards side. Use your paint shields to get the backside, left side, so you only have to fight towards pillar. And at least you have the side to play with.
Yep.
But again, like, you saw what happens when you go to a 5v5 post-plant retake, right? Like, we saw that yesterday. We saw it a little bit today. It's not really that comfortable when you're on the hold, unless you have that aggressive angle and unless you have either an aggressive setup that you can capitalize early or a late setup that you can capitalize on the hold, but you need to
You
be
want to play?
playing on the
Let's
back
play.
of that. You can't afford to overcommit to anything else. Oh, a Remus! And a Miracle. Going down. Relic's been an absolute menace, dude. He's causing so many problems in this match right now. He needs to continue to deliver on that same front if True Rippers are to force this to a map 3, but they need to do it decisively.
Sorry, look at the angle Bones is holding right now. Really close. Off angle. YB God gonna go for the rolling thunder. Bones evades it, gets He gets one kill for the time being. However, he's going to die with the hand of the door there first. The showstop also getting a kill. Everyone in Team Punish use their ultimates. Rolling Thunder Tore for showstopper. However, it was necessary. It was a desperate situation. They were down 8 rounds. And you know what? Fair play to them. Really good round win. No matter how much they had to invest in it, in this case, the numbers matter more. Especially considering the fact that it was the second last round. It was a necessary investment that they made, and it really ended up working for their side.
They have the blades right now.
Mhm.
The only thing is the master is playing on this side, so as soon as you hear what, the knife's gonna come out. Oh, it misses. It's given Immutable a chance. Updraft to dodge the trip, if any, and he gets the opening frag. Master is down. It's all left on Relic to defend the side, and his play is more than readable. One tap God's aggression through the smoke punished, and it looks like we are gonna set the half 9-3. Not much that Team Punish are able to salvage, but there was not much left to begin with. So they grab what little they could,
Switching sides.
and they need this pistol oh very desperately.
Absolutely. Team Punish, alright. Better than I had anticipated. I think I'd said a 10-2. 9-3, still better. 6 rounds in deficit, so still a lot of work to do. And yeah, like you just said, the pistol, ever so important round. You need to win the anti-eco as well. And from that point forward, then we can see what takes place. Because honestly, True Rippers are still looking very comfortable in winning this map. It's all dependent on how the next, I presume, 4 rounds go. On that, we can make a decision that which team is the more likely to win. But yeah, Team Punish, this can be a newfound confidence for them. They have just won 2 rounds. Immutable, he just pushed into 5 members. I get the breach utility was there. I get they were concussed, but my god, True Rippers, they're pushing 5 people together. They cannot be stopped. One tap god temporarily. Well, now permanently will be stopped. The other members of the defense are there. However, they aren't surviving for long. Fox with 1 HP throws the pain shells, is gonna be caught by Bones. YB god, only person alive. It's gonna be a 1 versus 1 to secure things as True Rippers manage to win the pistol.
That was a straight up brawl towards that A heaven area there. Neither side wanted to relinquish control. Although Fox did kind of block his teammate there, not gonna lie. If I'm not wrong, his Omen was trying to disengage from that fight. That being Equinox, really didn't have the opportunity there. Double digits. Oh god. Oh god. Immutable has a judge. I think they're not going towards the A side. It's good that we're not going to see this early on. I still have a feeling though this judge is going to do something bombastic this round.
We could. And we can. So,
Oh,
let's
they hear him.
IB. Bones wins that gunfight and allows everyone in True Rippers now execute onto the bomb site. They are wasting no time whatsoever. The spike's gonna go down almost immediately. And Team Punish, well, we saw their retakes on the map of Haven and they were excellent. Now though, a lot has changed. True Rippers hold all the advantage in the world.
A backstab this late? Ooh,
Out of charges.
straight up drive-by. Fox. Aided by his teammate, but the backstab comes in the nick of time.
Last player standing.
Fox. Like that satchel. Does a little bit more damage. That frag though, not yet to be confirmed. Patience could clear the close angle towards hell. Okay, he hears it. I thought he was gonna swap to the judge. Yeah, a little bit of budge and 11-3. Very close to a W and forcing map 3 here. True Rippers. Truly ripping apart not only the offense but also the defense. And Team Punished on their map pick looking very phased out of the fight and shelled of the monsters they were in map 1.
Like a complete swap right now. Yeah. the way in which the teams were playing, the play styles that they had in map one have absolutely been swapped in reverse, and now it's True Rippers having all the momentum and the confidence. I mean, look at one tap god right now. He is hit with every bit of utility, and he was still not backing off. Now Ayan Kido puts an end to a lot of the shenanigans that True Rippers were pulling. And now True Rippers have to be a lot more cautious. While we got with the judge,
My
excellent
God.
headshot, retrieves the Vandal. Team punished, good round for their side. And the good thing is that, yeah, they need this round. And because of the mistakes that True Rippers are making, getting overly aggressive, Team Punish should get the win. And I say should. This, okay, now it confirms it basically.
Are you jinxing them again?
Look at that.
Are you jinxing them again? Could be a clutch.
They got
It's
this,
certainly
I
still
believe.
the potential.
I believe.
Well.
There is a probability. It's more unlikely likely.
Crosshair is trying to play this one a little smart, going towards the B side cool. But it's not like the 1v1s are going to be presented to him. Team Punish, they're playing this together. They're playing this disciplined, like a 2v2,
seconds
2v1 is meant to be played. If he grabs that orb, then plants the spike, going to be one away from the Seekers, but not the ideal play for him to make. As the Seekers, if they are in proximity towards the side, will give away the position of Crosshair as well, which he could use as a trump card. Although the later he delays the plan, the more problematic it is for him to transition towards that post plan, the aggressive flash. Oh! God! You talk about a bird that's straight up Kingfisher Peak, dude.
I love this play. Why? This is pure spike rush raise plays, and that's all I live for. You don't care what's happening. You don't see anything. All you do, satchel, go off. Simple as that. But yeah, more importantly, Fox did his job of catching Crosshair off guard. Excellent stuff right there. Team punished. They get the round as intended. It costed them a couple of kills, like 3 members, 3 casualties were there. However, they still got the round win, and that's all that matters. More importantly, True Rippers are now forced into this eco. They've got upgraded pistols, a couple of sheriffs, 1 judge, so it's not a proper eco, it's rather a semi-buy, but still, it shouldn't change the course of the round. If True Rippers manage to win this, it's going to be really good for them. However, even if they lose, which looks like the better, which looks like the more probable end result, they have a good enough buffer period to essentially win out this map. They've got a lot of rounds
Look at that
to
position,
give up.
dude. Very, very salty position to be in with the judge. Immutable.
Spike
Nice
down
first frag.
A.
Realizes that there needs to be a close player through smoke. Knows what exactly the play was there. And this defense holds together pretty strong. And mind you, this was the same A-side defense that was just immutable at the site moments ago. And look at Fox. He knows what's happening. Oh god, he walks into that. The flash, a little bit of a bug, but he was completely blind there. 11 to 5. IQ has the 31st, bro. On the defense, this is an absolute beast. Not only are you able to take long range fights like it's no tomorrow, but the 34s on the back of a kill will deliver that slow AoE, which denies any possibility of A, a trade, or B, teammates, your enemies disengaging without the use of utility. So I want to see him pull that out as soon as possible before he allows True Rippers to hit map point.
True Rippers for the time being, yeah, they've got it. Oh my god! What a shot that is from Fox. Now, yeah, once more, True Rippers have been stopped dead in the track. I mean, they are pushing, they're using the utility. However, they haven't managed to get any significant man advantage. That's the thing, the casualties are falling through in terms of map control also. They just have what? Like, they've pushed towards mid. They haven't gained anything. They're not in B heaven.
Oh, God,
They're
the
not
timing.
in vents. Everyone is dying. Fox is on a triple kill right now. The flash will temporarily flash a couple of the members on the side of Team Punish, but True Rippers are absolutely on the back foot.
2v5. They're just gonna be chilling. 40 seconds left. I think in this kind of a situation, even Team Punish should not push this. They have two
Yeah.
guns, cool. Let them save it. You have 5 players alive. You have an economy to maintain.
30
And
seconds left.
that's gonna be the more important aspect of this comeback, right? Making sure you have money to fund your entire way back to victory. And this is half of it. Winning your rounds, having maybe one player die, 2 players die is not the best, but something that you can live with.
10
And this is the
seconds
best
left.
result they've gone so far, so it's gonna require 5 more rounds of such brilliance for them to propel to an equal scoreline. And if you are a true Ripper supporter, it's gonna take them only 2 more rounds to take a W here in this game. Ah. True Rippers are going to be investing now, so it's going to be all Gucci. That's fine. So, if this investment doesn't work out, that's when things start to get a little sweaty aggressive. And a little aggressive, a little sweaty CCV. Still getting a little flashbacks from yesterday's comeback, but yeah. I'm hoping to see the fast play towards B. On the back of these blades, the commitment's gonna be there. The flash, oh, the utility. It's like watching 2 people concuss, just have fun with each other. The spray and the clear should be there, and bye-bye. Perfect utility to secure this team. His what? Okay, could be a trade, could be around bones. Every step, every second, this round felt like it could go the other way.
Exactly.
What are we seeing, CCV?
I mean, it's more like what are we just not seeing? The amount of smokes that were there, the amount of flashes, concussions, the players. How much information did they have? And how exactly were they playing? I think that's a salute to that. The way the Team Punish managed to win that round, that was just, again, I'm gonna use the same adjective. That was really chaotic, of the utmost like level. As like chaos turned up to a maximum. Now True Rippers facing another loss. They are on the rifles once more. How long can they sustain buys like these? That is the main question, Fox. Right here. He's spotting one of the members. Gets. Oh, tags another one of the members. Gets 1 kill. Good for him. Team Punish. They have a lot of information right now that almost everyone from True Rippers was near mid. So be careful. And that's exactly how they're playing. Carefully.
Immutable's been waiting for this peak. And this seems to be the play from True Rippers to commit towards the A side. Nice shot. Still doesn't back out of the angle. Has the tailwind if needed. Are they gonna wait for the guiding light to make sure this peak is clean? Oh, he almost had the collateral right in front of him. If you would have taken the shot and dashed back, maybe you could have seen that. But he doesn't want to chance it. He chances his own life rather. 3v2.
30 seconds
Man
left.
advantage in the side of Team Punished. And INQ can hear the repositioning from Bones, who can't anticipate such fast aggression. Master blind as a bat.
Oh my god. Again, Team Punished. They're back on their retakes, which they had in Haven. Excellent stuff right here. Total control, the angles they're maintaining. IonQ, especially really smart for him. Towards like the start of that execution, he got 1 kill, fell back immediately, did not go for the repeat, even though technically he had the better angle. He knew risking his life wasn't worth it. Then the fault line came in, the members of True Rippers were concussed, and yeah, nothing worked. The thing is, True Rippers, they can afford another full buy. They've got ultimates as well. Both of the teams, they've got 3 ults each. So True Rippers can do something. And they better start to do it as soon as possible. Because they are very close to win. Another round. Only a single more round. and it will mean that they will be on match point. The showstopper, excellent kill from Fox. However, he cannot retreat back. Bones is right here. He's gonna be flashed. However, he still gets the kill on the YB God. This is exactly what True Rippers were looking for. Can Immutable do something about it?
Immutable has one teammate, INQ. The issue is he has an operator. Not ideal weaponry, and same for Immutable. Both towards heaven.
Careful.
They spot the Vandal, and INQ's pinged, like, if you can go with them. Oh, okay. Immutable lands the blades. His blades gonna be out of order though, and he's gonna be able to switch over to a Vandal. A lot of time being bought by Master. Crosshair is gonna be towards the defender spawn rotation, which does him very good. This has to be a save. This has to be True Rippers clenching map point. INQ gets that frag, but more importantly, True Rippers get the round. 12-8. 4 rounds is what's required in back-to-back consecutive fashion by Team Punished. They need to not only force overtime, but take a W and deny True Rippers a chance of taking things to a map 3.
Team Punished right now. Yeah, they really have their backs against the wall. Map 3, I mean, Map 2 was the safety net of Team Punished, If they go on to Ascent, we're going to start off in a level manner anyway. So Team Punished aren't that worried. However, they know they're so close to a win. I mean, they have managed to get 5 rounds consecutively in the second half. They should have that win. They deserve every aspect of it. So already, because of that, they're looking to reply fire with fire. Equinox, look at that. Double kill, that's a triple. He gets Bones from behind, manages to get one frag. However, Team Punished will be taking the win. True Rippers absolutely were pushing every single angle. Not really sure what they were planning, but one thing was for sure, it did not work.
At this stage of the game, they can't afford that. 3 rounds for overtime. And True Rippers had no semblance of an economy walking into that round. The money, yet again, down a dead brick. Their ultimates far from being synced. At least the relevant ones. The only thing relevant that they have right now is the Seekers, which maybe if they get a couple of taps with the Sheriff, I could see them go for it. But for now, there should be double digits. Secured. This needs to be double digits.
Oh, he finds
He
it.
tried to do it there, Relic. He tried to dance the dance of death. He ends up dead. No surprises there. Split towards heaven. There's a 2-man setup here. Nice. Working off utility.
Spike down.
Just textbook stuff, right?
One enemy remaining.
Very
Oh my
textbook
God.
stuff. Playing on
Yeah.
utility, playing on information, playing with damage. Flawless victory. And that's what we expected. 12
2 rounds.
to 10. At least for now, they have the chance to invest in True Rippers. This is their true chance to end things here and now on split and take this to a map 3. But they don't have much time and room to work with True Rippers. They need to finish off what they started.
Yeah, there's no point talking about overtime just now. I mean, yeah, overtime is likely. That's all I'm going to say. What happens in overtime, I'm not going to discuss that because I think I've said this a couple of times before. Overtime is essentially like a black box. You don't know what's in it. You don't know what to expect. The rounds, the predictability, the plays, the anything. No, it's better to leave it like untouched, like just it's there. Whatever.
Pandora's box?
So Pandora's box, black. I mean, yeah, Pandora's box is more like never open it, which is like, I mean, we are gonna see overtimes. That's why I don't use that. I use the term black box more because it is there. You know something's gonna happen. How it happens, why it happens, that you don't know. So anyways, that's just my use of annotations and not annotations. The thing. What are they called?
Casted thing.
The metaphors, whatever, those things. Anyways,
Well,
um,
this
now
operator
okay,
is
yeah.
going to be crucial now. It's been discovered on multiple occasions, and it's been True Rippers just feeding into the operator on a couple of occasions, right? We've not really seen them effectively shut it down. Sure, on a retake, you see them swap it out, yeah, because it's not effective on a retake. But when you're playing against it, you need to know how where it's positioned. It's positioned towards the A side. Cool. Are they gonna be risking a duel? Bones has the spike on his back and he's just watching for a preemptive push, which is not going to be the case. There's a trip even for his own safety. This time around, they've not opted for mid control. I'm talking about either side. Even True Rippers have been very, very patient. They've not committed to that mid play just as of yet. And this play towards main is very, very slow as well. Okay. They have the cage. It's possible for them to go back in a safe and orderly fashion, but there is utility though to support Immutable. This is given time for them to exploit towards the heaven, and it was very reliant on Fox finding success. It's all going to be on Equinox. Flying towards the back side allows him to isolate the frag, and the 0-point suppress has him covered in that angle, pinned down and dead. Crossfires is going to be relied on for True Rippers to take the advantage, but is this enough for them to take the game? 1 versus 3. INQ, a little bit of sound given away. Information now given away. This is a heartbreak from what seemed like one of the best comebacks. We go to a map 3, ladies and gentlemen. True Rippers forcing this the entire way. What a game that we
Man.
had on our hands, man.
Team Pon like they felt like they were destined to go for a comeback, destined to go into overtime as well and try something there, going from 9-3 all the way to 12-10, winning 5 rounds consecutively. Unfortunate, really unfortunate. True Rippers put an end to their temporary dreams. However, overall, we still have the map of Ascent to decide once and for all who wins. But yeah, having a look back at the map of Split, one thing was for sure that both of the teams are of the same caliber. It's all about who is in the right flow of mind. It's all about which team is performing more efficiently and effectively. That's all they need for themselves. They just need their shots to hit. They need to be in the flow state. And bam, everything works. Taking a look at the highlights, we can see everything working at the start for True Rippers, and then for their opposition, like True Rippers, they absolutely lost it for a couple of the rounds, but they managed to salvage it back.
A couple of rounds, I think, is an understatement, my friend. They lost it for almost an entire half.
Mhm.
That's big margins that you're giving to your foes. Gotta be careful. True Rippers haven't really yelled confidence with this victory, have they? It looks like they just almost redeemed themselves, and now they're still in the path of completely doing so. After that disappointing end in map 1, they managed to claw map 2, and this is what we'd consider True Rippers playing against underdogs, right? You better hope that they have a very convincing map 3.
Both the teams need for like a confident win right now, because that's the only way they can surmount a victory over their opposition. If it's close, the thing is, a single mistake means you will not be going into the main event here at the Challenger Series, and that right there for the teams is a big ask. Either you're gonna go through and you're gonna be playing against the likes of other tier 1 tier 2 teams, or you're entirely going to be out with no second chances. This is the second chance. For True Rippers, it very well is as well. We saw them in the first qualifier. They did not manage to qualify back then. Now, there is an opportunity. They're only a single map away.
It's been a very, very interesting map where we assumed with True Ripper's experience, they'll be in a far more comfortable position. In terms of synergy, in terms of even every department that you can think of, right? It feels like Team Punished can go toe to toe. And a lot of what's happened in this best of three could be described as circumstantial. That's the thing, CCV.
Right.
This being so dead even for the first matchup of the day, yeah, I just hope the second matchup is gonna be the same. But again, that's VLT, right? That's an entirely different story for an entirely different time. We still have the third map, ladies and gentlemen, and that's something that is well deserved. Well, I think a break is well deserved as well, isn't it? Quickly restock on your
Yes.
Red Bull, scan the QR code, get your popcorn, get everything you need, because this is gonna be an extravaganza that you do not want to miss, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear presents the Esports Club Challenges Series, powered by ZOTAC. It's been, I'd say, an exhausting best of three series already. Not only
Yeah.
for us, but also for the likes of Team Punish, right? Coming so close to that comeback, but having no cigar. Ugh, you gotta feel the burn. Now we're heading into map 3. We're heading into the unknown. Ascent. Ooh, perfect battlegrounds to end this. We've seen the battle of the initiators. We've seen the battle of the sentinels. We've seen even the battle of the duelist. We've seen almost everything under the sun. And this is where it sets. Ooh. Okay, now a lot of questions already heading into this. Like, I have no
Exactly.
clue who to even favor in this, because
Me
we've
neither.
got proven polar opposites by either side, reverse sweeping and taking each other's map. So
Uh-huh.
this leaves us at a very, very open-ended best of 3 map 3.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure what's gonna happen on Ascent. Like, seeing the playstyle of these teams, we can expect both sides of the spectrum to be there, as is the case with Ascent. We can expect the teams to be full on aggressive, like breach, jet, flash, fault line, peak the angles, take the gunfights early on. Or you can expect like really passive stuff to take place where the teams are absolutely just using the utility, playing in the bomb side, waiting for the opposition, waiting for the attackers to make a move. And from that point forward, we stop. So a lot can happen. And thinking about the agent composition as well, very, very soon we'll jump into the agent selection as soon as we can have that in front of our screens. Because keeping that in mind, I am excited to see what exactly is going to happen and what compositions, more specifically, which agents will be chosen. I believe double initiative will be the way to go, but the teams can prove us wrong.
They could. Again, Sova is a staple, so you will need that secondary initiator, and I'm not gonna fall for it. Bye bye. I'm not gonna fall for it. You can take all you want from me, bro, but nothing this stuff can phase me. What kind of guts do you take me for? Immutable will be on that Viper, so we're gonna see a small glimpse of maybe that double controller. I don't really dig Viper on this map, not gonna lie. I feel like Viper is almost useless. I'd rather have a double sentinel than a double controller. I
Exactly.
don't
I like double
mind having
initiator.
like, yeah, even a double initiator. I feel like a double initiator is the better of the bunch, and I feel like that's what they're gonna go for as well. The KO is very, very viable on a map like this. So the Silva KO combo is gonna be there, and it's only the sentinels that we get to see, which is gonna be different on this side. You know, I've been giving the benefit of the doubt to KG for a lot of maps, but I feel like on Ascent is the one map that I feel she's somewhat more viable because you can play around with the setup a little more towards either side. So that's the only difference we're gonna get to see to
Mhm.
decide who's gonna win on this map 3.
Yep, that's it. It's going to be KJ up against Chamber. Interesting. Yeah, versatility is there with both of those agents. Like you said, with the KJ, her defensive traps, all her utility can be used on the A bomb side, the B bomb side, even mid. We have so many of those market setups that Killjoy mains use that we see in all forms of Valorant, be it ranked, be it competitive. And then you have Chamber as well, who is just, I mean, yeah, he is walking like a versatile member. All of his utility very personal to his use and to his team's use as well. He's got the guns, he's got the tour de force, everything assists him. So it's going to be interesting. Not many changes in the composition, only a single. The overall comps are the same as well. You've got double initiators, you've got a KO, you've got a Sova jumping into the game. Let's see how it takes place. Let's see exactly how the teams put their best foot forward and how exactly does it start, because the one trend we have noticed is that early on, one team takes an advantage. Now, either that can be True Rippers or it can be team punished. It's all dependent on the pistol and also the anti-eco.
You see the setup towards the A side from Relic, and that seems to be where Immutable and Co are gonna be headed. Are they gonna go for the switch play? Relic, he had the opportunity there, but with the shorty at range, it's more about the support coming in from Jen, which isn't as much. Oh, the shorty play doesn't work out. This could be the play from Vibe. 1v1. The door shut. Crosshair thinks the better of it. Can't break that glass window as well. Right now, the only thing that's keeping Vibe guessing is the fact that it's utter radio silence. 58 seconds on the clock. The long play, the long game on low HP. He needs to have the perfect setup, the perfect off angle. This is very much in the realms of possibility now that things have boiled down to being this dead even. The possibility of Vibe easily getting a reset, not only in terms of position, but also in terms of opportunity is huge.
30 seconds left.
He has, and he surely will get a lot of opportunities. Now, a bit of utility, the signature abilities on both the agents right there. The recon bolt gives important information to Crosshair, and he's got every bit of utility. He has the shock dart, he's got the owl drone. He can very easily clutch this out without even having to shoot a single bullet. Vibe is the one who's got to be a lot more careful. The owl drone. Oh, nah, Crosshair spots the member. The shock dart really being the MVP. Vibe still survives. It's gonna be a close for a gunfight.
He wins
it! He does! That's an ace! How has he managed to do that? What?
Every single one. The last one being the highlight. Shock dart almost places perfectly, right? Boom. Very close round though. Very, very close round. The early aggression through main. The setup is really good. Oh, Relic still managed to get the upper hand. Paranoia is gonna push them back just a little bit, but Bones a little too overcommitted to making the play work. Man advantage. Oh, nice flick. Grabs the head, puts him to bed. The flash, and Vibe is not gonna play aggressive on the back of it.
Here.
They're gonna hold the crossfire. They need to dispose of this drone as soon as possible. In a very, very spammable position is Vibe, and he's used as a perfect linchpin bait. As Fox plays off his aggro brilliantly. 2-0. That came close to them avoiding disaster there. Considering the HP Vibe was on, if the trades were placed a little better by True Rippers, that could have been a round going in their books, and we've seen that throughout this best of 3. These are the rounds that you need to navigate with safety.
It is ever so important to not lose. I mean, yeah, in a map and in a best of 3 like this, where we have seen this team of teams winning their pistols and then getting faced off against a force by their own anti-eco, it is highly important to win those gunfights. As right now, True Rippers, every one of them winning the gunfights. One tap drop, so far is the only casualty. Master is another one, as he misses his shots onto Fox. Unfortunate. Ayanki with another headshot, and very quickly this has now turned into a round. The team punished may just manage to win. The spike has been dropped. Vibe got all by himself. Only has a flash. 15 more seconds, then he gets the 0 point.
You know it.
Armor on him, but he doesn't need armor. He has clutched on 5 HP. He can clutch again, but no, in this case, it's going to be Bones. The MVP for True Rippers so far, and True Rippers in an extremely expensive way do win a round 3.
That came so close to a clutch. If only Vibe had the weapon out at this point. You can see Bones a little, couldn't say paranoid, but certainly unprepared for that kind of peak. At least mentally. This commitment towards B has been something that they like quite a bit. But the essence of Ascent is when you've kind of flirt with danger towards mid, right? That's where you always need to be applying that pressure, and that is exactly what Punished have in mind. Could be a quick play setup. There is the flash, however. Oh, immutable. Just ready to up the pace by quite a notch. This off angle being held by one tap. He cannot. Oh god! He can't use the dash, but he certainly packs a bash. 1v2. Fox walks into that paranoia and now wants to commit to this big play. 1v2 timing should be on his side to a good extent. He'll have time to place utility. It's how he plays around with it that's going to be the difference maker. Nice reposition. It gives him the eagle eye view of this entire setup as it's in fruition. He makes a little bit of sound and Bones is very well aware of what this could be looking like. Oh no! Oh god, he still does it! Ooh. Well, he picks the perfect angle at the perfect time.
Man, that was really close right there. I mean, the position was difficult. However, had he managed to escape out of that using his ability and then being near the generator, I mean, something could have happened, but overall, yeah, the members of True Rippers, they managed to win the round. That's what matters, because once more, the economy of both the teams isn't in the best of positions. For Team Punished, I mean, they will be going for a semi-buy right now. Spectres are there, half armor, Sheriff. True Rippers can, well, majority of the members can afford rifles, so that's good. But they still have to be careful with how they play this. The utility is going to be there. You've got, you know, the Blade Storm as well on one tap god. Imitable pushing through market, taking the gunfight, spots Crosshair in that corner, takes the gunfight. Excellent headshot by Crosshair, delaying the push even further. It's going to be a full-on B execute from the attackers. However, so far they haven't managed to get a single kill.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
It's just dismantled so quick. Just didn't feel like they had a chance with that utility that True Rippers had in place. Just comfortably taking aim fights. This is what we expected from True Rippers from the get-go. Have utility in place, just take this off your comfort, you know? That's what experience is supposed to give you. This mid play hasn't really worked out in the aggressive sense, but once you start denying information, you can start playing around with the rotation, and I feel like that's going to be the trump card that Team Punish will be able to replicate success with. They're not able to take that 0 point out, so I decide in a position of weakness by holding that angle. At least with numbers and with the help of the early spawn, it's possible for the defenders to take that kind of a position. Oh, INQ was set up for it from the very beginning, but at the second the peak came through, timing simply faded from his side. Oh, they know it. They understand what kind of a setup they're walking into. Relic, he needs to be careful not to give away this opening peak. The dash in towards the side. They're able to flip the switch, 7 HP. Spam almost takes him down, and Relic towards the back of side has an all to do. Can't deliver. Man disadvantage, but the HP is certainly a concern, to say the least.
Yeah, and more importantly, you've got one tap god on this flank as well, and someone like IonQ is not aware of it at all. He has his back turned towards that angle. One tap god can be the difference maker. However, he's got to push right now. IonQ holding the angle still. That's a headshot for the Jet. True Rippers can go very well for this push. Crosshair gets another kill. The Hunter's Fury is going off. Crosshair with another. And this is a successful retake. Well, Fox is still in the corner. Oh, that was immensely and intensely close. Master gets the final kill. True Rippers manage to win the round.
The fact that Crosshair was able to push down that stairway with Equinox on the Hunter's Fury is simply unfathomable. How doesn't he get tagged there? There needs to be something to punish this aggression. So close But it's these narrow margins that give you the edge. And in this case, True Rippers, give them an inch, they've taken 2. They increase on their
You want to play? Let's play.
set. 0 point along with the right click. Oh no! A heartbreak. Immutable. Just wanted to grab that operator and denied that early man advantage. But he ends up feeding it.
Cover going out.
Little aggression through mid. This drone
Yeah.
is gonna spot everything out. The plans is spoiled.
Oh, IonQ though gets the kill with the Torrid Force and Master. He has got to stay alive because he's the only one in mid right now. He is slowly but surely falling back to safety, making sure his retreat is safe and sound. And as a matter of fact, it will be one tap god in the bomb side for the time being, holding off all the angles. Team punished. They still have 40 seconds remaining, which is a lot of time. But True Rippers, they've got 3 ultimates on board, which if they use correctly, can really be absolutely devastating to the attackers now. The recon board, spots Master, has to fall back once more, but not before he flashes, uses the null command. Everything is going to be invested. Meanwhile, Relic, he gets the off-guard kill and drops the spike in B main. Now, True Rippers, all they have to do is waste time.
Waste time by position. IonQ only with the classic, and he still finds that kill. How?
Player standing.
Trades in. Rounds out. But still, see things getting nasty there because he did have that toe de force momentarily, and when you have the toe de force, it's super hard to be counted out of any fight. Close range, long range, any range, at the range. Good chance you're gonna hit it. 5-2. And True Rippers, even though on scoreline they look dominant, in the server, not really. Things are been getting closer than we expected. And True Rippers, they have this timeout alongside Team Punish. It's Team Punish have called it, but True Rippers could use this to have their own mental reset as well.
Yeah, you know, just doesn't have to be as intense as the timeout. Probably the members of Team Punish will be having, like, discussing strategies, the mistakes, what they can improve on, what they should be looking forward to. But True Dippers can have a far more, like, relaxed one, like, okay, this is what has happened so far. We have the advantage. The first half is really going in our favor. Let's not do something like what happened on the map of Split. Let's not give away a lot of rounds in the second half. Let's keep it calm. Let's keep it chill. And just keep on winning, plain and simple. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't change the formula. As simple as that.
Can't wait for it to break though. You always need to be at your tippy toes. IonQ. But this operator could contest mid with one tap god on the other side though. Thing is, one tap god's not gonna be passive.
Cover going out.
What could you even do against that? They sent out utility as well, but it felt like they were not gonna be in a position to. Okay, God, please don't. That was so risky. I don't know why he committed to wandering when this team doesn't have any position towards main whatsoever. And that could have just might as well costed them the round, and it has. A hard break for True Rippers. One small missed call and it's costed them the advantage. Which now, with the spike being planted, could be deadly. They've committed the lockdown, and Immutable is in prime position to deny this play. He's gonna be patient, doesn't want to give this away. He knows how crucial this is gonna be in a round as important as this. They're gonna be able to find Vibe. Part of
Taking
the
it
parcel
close.
to get the half stick is in, and they can't deny it from
no.
short. No! True Rippers, they win this round.
That was
Questionable.
questionable, disastrous, tragic, unfortunate. Every word in the thesaurus. Just use it, because Team Punished, I don't think they'll be able to, like, mentally be able to recover from this. what just happened, the two detainments, they were like, okay, we have 4 members. Even if 2 of them are detained, the remaining 2 members can like swing by in the correct angles, do this, that, yada, yada, yada. No, it just, True Ripper shut everything down and they got the round win without even a single casualty. I believe all 3 of the members still survived.
Yeah.
That's also pretty important. Like, yeah, that's a very important factor economically. That's an operator to rifle save. My god. And now you have someone like One Tap God
Wow.
dropping the spike, giving the audio cue. Immutable, he gets the trade. Good stuff. But Team Punish, they still have to retrieve the spike and go for a plant somewhere as the initial 40 seconds of the action phase go off.
Not gain any real estate like you mentioned. It's only mid that their presence is overwhelming. Trying to be a little inquisitive towards a short. Crosshair lies in wait. Has that Hunter's Fury, could be very, very influential with how this round turns out. Doesn't hear out the aggression, so is very, very conservative with the recon dart usage. Let's hope he's not a little too conservative for his own good.
30 seconds left.
Still holding the passive off angle, and this is something Immutable still has the luxury of peeking, considering he still has that dash in his back pocket. Well, that's something he's gonna think the better off, because INQ through mid, he needs to disrupt the setup in the first place. Nope, not gonna happen. That Nanoswarm's gonna hold them momentarily, and Relic finds a flying jet master, able to isolate these frags, and this is a slow dissection of the offense, purely on the back of utility. Divide and conquer, that's what True Rippers are gonna do on their defense duty.
This is True Rippers just effectively knowing everything what Team Punish are gonna go for, expecting it, just planning, planning how to counter it, and then successfully countering it. This is like perfect theory and practicality mixing together. Everything is just on command. This doesn't feel like a defense. This feels like an attack where you know what you're gonna do, but True Rippers are doing this in anticipation of what Team Punish planned. Team Punish were planning on going for a double take from from market and from B main. True Rippers expected it absolutely, and then they countered it. Team Punish, they were looking to take gunfights on B main. True Rippers knew about it, countered it. Everything happened exactly as True Rippers wanted, and well, so far the entire scoreboard shows that as well. 7-2. This feels like split all over again, where True Rippers can look for a 9-3 half or something along the lines of that. IonQ, can he look for a kill? Master off angle. IonQ checks it. Oh, exactly for that very reason. There was the alarm bot. Exactly for that very reason. Master was holding the off angle. Relic was maintaining the crossfire. One Tap God was holding B main. And again, True Rippers anticipated everything Team Punish would do.
From a mile away, sitting comfortably. Even that play at mid, right? Even though it's so transparent, it still worked so peacefully. Not supposed to be happening.
30
This round
seconds
again,
left.
fading to obscurity.
Here.
One time has the angle.
Remaining.
Whew. We need to take a breath. It's gonna be a long journey. Not only for us, but even for Team Punished. If they need to claw their way back, it's not going to be easy whatsoever. Like it was on map 2, where they came close, but they weren't able to secure the dub. It's a similar position yet again. Two rounds. I'm trying to think what's the difference maker here. I think that all things said and done, True Rippers having the KJ does give them a lot more viability on the defense than the offense. So to some extent, I understand where this would come from, but things like that, not supposed to happen.
One Tap God. Just
Last player
come
standing.
on, man. My god, this man. Every single angle he peaks. I mean, even on split, we saw this. The fact that he managed to get double, triple kills time after time after time, just openly peeking the angle, getting the better end of the trade than his opposition. As simple as that. My god. True Rippers right now dictating the pace of this entire matchup. really, really right now. And Team Punish can do nothing but just fall back. Team Punish, it's been 9 rounds since they had a victory, practically, as we can see on the scoreboard. Troopers have won 9 rounds consecutively. In my eyes, they can make it 10. Even if it's like a 9-3, even if Team Punish managed to win this round, 9-3 is still heavily favorable. And one tap got right now. Oh, got in a bit of an altercation right there. Wasn't really expecting that. Is suppressed, has to fall back, and he does so safely.
Does he expect a fast aggression too short is the question. They've taken this A side by force. They've split this open, and Crosshair more than adds enough pressure for Relic to come with a double. Things just don't get any better in the Punish boot camp. It's all left on a Vibe who's quickly eliminated a 10-2. Man, the silver lining is bleak, and I just desperately hope that True Rippers, they close out the pistol. They can't allow Team Punish to get back on the same lenient streak that they were in the map prior. You end this quick, you end this now because you know how ugly this can turn out.
Yeah. True Rippers. Now, yeah, the only thing they'll be thinking, and I think this is something that must have been in the minds of the 5 members since the past like 3-4 rounds, is that, okay, we know half fun is 100% absolutely going in our favor. The scoreboard suggests that there's no way Team Punish can turn it around. Where they can change what's happening is the second half, as they did on the map of Split, as technically they did on the map of Haven. I mean, again, 8-8 to 8-13, brilliant performance from Team Punish. So keeping that in mind, True Rippers know that this second half, even like the later stages of the second half, the pistol and the anti-eco isn't where it's at. True Rippers can manage to win that, but even after that, that's when Team Punish can strike. Right now though, Immutable, excellent headshot, stops the likes of True Rippers pushing in, but they're still gonna force their way through. Immutable isn't gonna allow that. Why by God is also there, and then you have Equinox finishing things off. True Rippers, big mistake. They just chose to brute force their way into the bomb site, not realizing that they were up against 3 members.
And the Sheriff is brutal as it is. Still only a small obstacle for True Rippers though. At least that's what you'd imagine. A small lifeline. Team Punish can try to make as much of this opportunity as they can. They're trying to commit to this A side here, just maybe get the plant. One tap's gonna be the heads up man who might make his way up to Gen. Cloudburst expelled. Allows them to get close, but yeah, close to the
Down A.
flawless.
Oh my God.
10-4. A start. Are we gonna finally see the finish is the question. The buy's gonna be out. This is the chance for True Rippers to end things for certain.
This is it. True Rippers cannot mess up right now. At the very least, they should have this round for themselves, considering the fact that Team Punish have 3 Spectres on board. But at the same time, yeah, if Team Punish win this, we may see something like Split all over again, where Team Punish are just winning like 5-6 rounds consecutively, and True Rippers have no reply. Really unsure what's happening with both these teams. If, you know, for the past 2 maps, like you are entirely in control and suddenly it's like all gone instantly. Not even a hint of that remains. Now, for the time being, Immutable has been spotted down to 45 HP, no armor. True Rippers are applying pressure in every fashion onto the B bomb side. Meanwhile, Team Punished are pushing up from A main. So they know that everyone from True Rippers is towards B. Look at IonQ. Look at its position. Relic though gets the 1 kill. Relic with another. And this can be big. If Equinox dies, True Rippers have entire control of the bomb side.
He's the one man standing, and one tap got laid on his engagement but can't finally secure it. It's Equinox who's been the line to stop True Rippers. Master no longer to respect it, and triple from Equinox. Man's delivering. Another aggressive peek.
Right here.
A 2v2. TP see. Not a fake whatsoever. Bones dodging bullets. And he fakes that
One enemy remaining.
gun drop to suggest that he's towards the left side of
Don't
sight.
peek, don't peek, just don't.
There we go.
Ah.
Well played together. Good comps. 11-4. 2 rounds is what True Rippers need. And it seems like they're very close to getting it.
Well done.
They've been very close before, and we saw how that one went off as well, 13-10. So, Team Punish, they're gonna go all in. They are making their bid right now. Operator for Ion Q, Equinox of that Vandal, Immutable has got his Blade Storm. This is it from Team Punished. If they lose this round, chances are they may lose out on everything because the next round will be economically very difficult for them to deal with. The Operator gets tagged, immediately goes back. Immutable, look at him again. The members of Team Punish, they are unfazed. They are unfazed by anything that True Rippers are throwing at them. They are going for these aggressive plays. Fox, spray transfer not really working. However, he still gets the kill. Falls back safely into the bomb site. Bones will be good for 1 kill. However, you have the master of the operator. You have the chamber, and you don't need to worry when he's there.
A 2 versus 4. True Rippers, if they manage to do this, not only will they break the momentum, but also the hard moves. That drone denied any vision whatsoever. They're still waiting for the spike to be planted. Monster has the ability to make sure he's safe, and that could have been double. He had the timing there. Push through the There's headshots in as well. The reveal and pushes out. Iron Q, and he gets that frag. Still did get sweaty though. If only who was it? It was the Omen, wasn't it? It was Bye.
Yeah.
If only Bye. If only Bones was able to get the double towards that aggressive peek at window, would have been a very different story.
Man, it was really close. And the thing was that, yeah, the positioning of Team Punish, like there was a bit of like chance that someone like Bones could have pulled it off. Sorry, that someone like Master could have pulled it off, keeping in mind the angles that were being maintained as well. You know, he isolated that 1 kill. Unfortunate, he didn't get the frag onto Immutable. Otherwise, that could have really gone in the favor of True Rippers. But now, True Rippers facing the brunt of a bit of economic disparity. Have to go for a semi-buy. Fox easily spotting the members. Gets a double kill. The Phantom is going to be dropped. However, I don't think the members of Team Punish will mind it too much, since A, the Phantom cannot be retrieved, and more importantly, they got the better end of the deal. They got 2 kills for the price of 1. True Rippers now, with the spike in Defender spawn, highly unlikely that they can forge a good execute.
Ooh, crispy. Find a good crucial frag. Beautiful position. Could be a trump.
Spike down. Defender spawn.
Turns down to 2v2. Just lockdown committed a little earlier because nobody was even in the vicinity. It was both blue clears, now committing on the long rotation all the way towards top mid. They're gonna be lurking up towards A main. And the setup. This could be a very big round. That's very well clutchable by Relic. This is a position that often goes overlooked in a situation like this. And they line up! Oh, I told you, CCV.
This was so smart. This was psychological warfare right there. The fact that one of the members pushed up from A main meant that both the members of Team Punish were thinking, well, that's the person from A main gone. The final member can't be here, but no. It's exactly where Relic was. This was like really good from True Rippers, because had the kill happened from Master, had he got a frag on like Ion Q, that's now a 1 versus 1. Even if he died, again, psychology kicks in. True Rippers, they have cheesed their way into match point.
Due to the force that he's not able to make that crucial connection. They're expecting Immutable to peek this. One-tap God's been more than patient. Oh, through the smoke, alright. Bones, he's certainly feeling it. This double aggression towards main.
Spike dropped.
Could be what changes things, but Immutable has left his comrade. Spectre close range, don't get me wrong, it shreds, but I don't think it has enough to shred like 3-4 people, bro. Equinox would be lucky here even to get one, in all honesty.
Mm-hmm. God. Equinox. No. Well, here's the From the Shadows con. You have the null command from the members of True Rippers as well. They are, and alongside the Paranoia, they're going for everything in this execute. Cross Heavens, the duel. Team
Oh,
Punish,
no.
they've got two members alive. Their hopes of qualifying for the Challenger Series lie right here on these two final members. Highly unlikely it's gonna happen. Bone speaks the angle, spots both the members right here in Defenders 1. However,
Wait.
Ayan, Q, and Fox, they managed to get 2 kills for now.
Knows smokes to hold them back. Have the ability to take these fights fast. Now, they are suppressed, they are a little deterred. The recon absolutely destroyed, but given position to one tap guard. Right click should be the way to go. Nah, he's gonna be slow about it. 13-5. True Rippers take this one home, and in the fashion that we all expected. A quick game, which had a couple of sweaty situations. Don't get me wrong there.
Yep.
It was possible for Team Punish to get maybe a couple more rounds in their back. It didn't pan out, man. True Rippers. I think the highlight of this should be that 3 versus 4, where they committed that lockdown, and in the
Oh
post
my
plan,
God, that
everybody
round.
just gave away
Oh.
those individual frags. I think that's the
Yeah.
trend that you need to see a team like Team Punished fixed, because they've shown us across the first 2 maps that they're a force to be reckoned with, but that experience factor, what sets them apart from a team like True Rippers, who are more than experienced for a marathon like this. And it's been a marathon, ladies and gentlemen. Before we head off for the day, let's have a quick walk down memory lane, because this map 3, not gonna lie, I feel like it just started like a few minutes ago and it's already over.
Ascent definitely feels like that, but yeah, Haven feels like, I mean, seeing the playstyle of the teams change up and the results as well. Haven feels like a while ago to me. It's had the opposite effect. Haven feels like years and years, and these teams have like changed, adapted, evolved. Now, this is the final result. True Rippers become our 3rd team to qualify right now in qualifier number 2. So, congratulations to them. Excellent performance. A couple of mistakes. I mean, yeah, there are mistakes to fix that we all spotted during the match. However, they will have a little bit of time before the main event starts, and they can absolutely work on them if they start like right now, and if they start like war reviewing and stuff. I think this best of 3 should really give them a lot of the indications on what they should work on next. Meanwhile, for Team Punish, hey, it's not like this is the first time or this is the only time we're holding tournaments here. The Esports Club, we never stop with Valorant tournaments. So again, keep on refining, keep on rectifying those mistakes, and just become a better team overall. Be more synergized with each other. Or a lot of these players in Team Punish, we've known them from a long time ago. They've been here in the South Asian Valorant community. Now, as this roster, I believe it's still relatively new, but they've given an excellent performance so far, and I only expect them to go like above and beyond with their performances later down the road.
Sure, Iron, Q, Immutable, names that we all know and love. Still, they need to find their own groove. They need to find their own camp. They need to find their unique flavor, which is somewhat absent. Although a good showing, I think they can be proud of how they played. It's been a long best of 3 CCV. Both
Yep.
of us expected today to be, a quick day in the office. It's gonna be a couple of landslides. Not the case. Maybe in the second game, but this first game, except for map 3, it always looked like either side was in it to win it.
Yeah,
But it
taking a
is
look at the scores as well. Exactly. We can see that Haven, 13-8 being won by Team Punish. It was the choice of True Rippers and then True Rippers 13-10. I mean, what was a 9-3 end of the first half turned into 13-10 goes to show that Team Punished absolutely have the potential. They just need to use it in the right way. As we saw in Ascent as well, Ascent was just not one of their games. Maybe it was because of fatigue, after playing like two serious maps of Valorant. In the third one, at times you can just lose it. It is the case with best of threes and best of fives. You need to survive the longevity of the matches as well, not just the maps in like quick succession. That's there, or maybe it's just because Ascent isn't the best map. But whatever it is, yeah, congratulations to True Rippers.
Yeah, they did finally take this dub, and it was a very dominant one to end things off with. Walking into the best of three with the first two maps, all of us had a couple of questions whether True Rippers were
Yep.
capable of doing this, but they finally proved us all that they are the superior squad, and they were for a reason. 13-5, a victory that they're going to be very happy to take home, but nonetheless, on the back of today's performance, a lot of minor things that they themselves should adjust, and they should maybe rough out the edges. Because after
Right.
today, we have a small break for sure. They have a small break for sure. It's time to maybe refine that machine and go through whatever the ordeal has been today, especially in map 2 when the comeback started to fruition, like it was actually more than a viable possibility, and it was just about it manifest itself into reality, right? They finally closed it out in the last round where things were unexpected from the get-go. So they
Right.
need to revisit the drawing board, see where they went wrong, so that later down the road of the Challenger series, they don't have problems. And this is why they're structured in such a way, right? We have the stages in such a way where not only the viewers, you at home, get a break, not only us, the casters or the production crew, gets a break, but also the team players. Because these teams not only play in tournaments hosted by us, but in every other TO out there. So it's very stressful in the life of these players. Sure, you might come on stream and you might see them play in one tournament or two tournaments, but behind the scenes, there's practice, there's scrims, there's regiments, there's also you have your personal life and your family life. So a lot of things to balance it out. And that's respect
Yeah.
that you need to give forward. It's not an easy lifestyle that these players live. Sure, it might be ideal walking from the outside, like, hey, I'm living a life, just playing games, but it's a very different story once you're doing it as a profession. And this is the best platform for them to prove it. Later on in the day, though, we're going to have Fangs versus Velocity Gaming at 8 p.m. So, a friendly reminder for you guys at home, hit that bell notification. You guys will know every time we're going live without the hassle. You'll always have that birdie on your phone giving you an update. I'm not sure that's going to be this close, but again, it's Velocity. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have a lot of fans down here to
Yeah.
rejoice their team. It's been a while from since I've seen VLT play as well, and been, I
Ooh.
think, the first time they played without Marshall. So that's going to be interesting, and that's going to be something that you guys have to wait for, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the LG Ultragear presents the Esports Club Challenger Series, powered by ZOTAC. It's been an exhausting best of three. We're going to join you for the next one in an hour. You know where to find us.